Hello, Kirk. Hope you're doing well. So I want to talk about a few things before we dive into the game. We'll leave the official soundtrack playing. Something I probably should have had up before, but too late now, chat. So before I even begin with what I wanted to talk about, I just realized there is GibbyGirl24 is our most recent follower.
You're wide open!
I believe I saw this person on a Two Dog stream, so thank you so much for following. Other Ziggy, blessed be. Rick saying he's hanging in there. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I will say though, that unfortunately, chat, you missed one of the most ridiculous fist runs. And I'm gonna let you know, I recorded it. I was surprised it recorded. We're gonna watch it together, chat. You get to react to it. Because it cut off like one area into it. So we'll just start over from the beginning. I haven't talked to any of the NPCs afterwards. And then I think we'll do whatever the chat wants in terms of builds. But before I get that video started, I don't know how much I'll be able to commentate because I'll probably be commentating in the video itself. But I will say that this is the last day for voting. So as a reminder, if people have not voted, I am going to close the poll at the end of the stream. Whatever is in first place will be the game that we focus on pretty much next week, unless there's a technical issue. And after that, usually whatever's in second place will end up being the kind of filler game between our main games, and or it'll end up guaranteed in the next vote. So just leaving it out there for people that haven't seen it. This is your last chance, and I am 100% closing it. Because it's going to take me some time, especially for a PS2 game, to check out all the technicals. I'd like to spend a little extra time with that. This week has been really crazy, really hectic with work. So I haven't been able to spend a lot of time on the stream, unfortunately. Brooke says he got his votes in. It seems like there was a decent amount of participation, but, you know, who knows where the vote will end up by the end of the night. So I'll make sure to shout out that command before we do anything too curious, I suppose. Yeah, let's go ahead and pause the music. Oh no, Kessen 2 is such a treat. I feel bad that people probably don't want to watch it, but I'm telling you, what an absolute treat. I think Kirk has seen one of the cutscenes of that game, and oh my, that cutscene is so over the top, and I play every time to get to that cutscene. I consider that a victory. Not beating the game, just getting to that cutscene. It brings a smile to my face every time, and I'm like, man, I missed it when companies could just get away with this ridiculousness. It really is like Shadow Hearts level over the top. That's sadly not an exaggeration. It is just, it's completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. So hopefully we'll see it. It might end up being our filler game in the future. It's at least got a vote, and I know there is a small amount of interest in it, but I think, well, I'm not going to say what's winning currently. I have a feeling people know. But I'll have to do some look into probably the #1 game, but we'll see. So anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and switch into the view here. Well, you get to see the soundtrack. Not quite what I wanted to show you, but that's okay. Because I'd like to show the video off for this chat. I don't know why it timestamps in the bottom. Hopefully it goes away once we're done. So I'm gonna play it, chat. But I think you saw maybe the first bit of it on stream. But you get to react to it live, chat. I'll let me and the video take over, I guess, for a little bit. Our casts don't really matter. It could be... Basically, we want Athena for everything, honestly. We don't want Ares for anything other than Doom. So we're going to hopefully get his attack instantly. So we're going to lean on him first. We can also gift him. So we could get almost every god with bonds. And if we find Aphrodite, we could probably raise the relationship with her. Demeter, I'm surprised we haven't gotten anything from, and I have no idea how to get Hermes. Without looking it up, chat, I feel like we did literally everything for Hermes, and he just refuses to help us. I don't know what he wants from us at this point. He's commented on our runs and has refused to advance dialogue. So the goal with this is actually not to get a lot of the multi-hit cutter. For the most part, we're going to be doing some dash strikes and just trying to spread the Doom damage as much as we can. Yeah, we're gonna do something a little different. I figured chat would appreciate it. Oh, so we've already done this before. Interesting. So we'll have to put damage control on, which is a bit unfortunate. If I was feeling more comfortable, I would take tight deadline here. But we'll give them 1 extra health. That's not totally terrible. Because we have to multi-hit anyway for Doom. So we just hit twice and then walk away, and they should probably die. So I'm okay with this. So again, we're pushing ourselves with the heat while also trying new builds. Let's see how this goes, chat.
My choice is made.
We want Ares as soon as possible. We got Ares.
Lord Ares,
We're gonna gift him.
I offer you this ambrosia in your name and honor, Lord Ares. To the god of war, how many foes have I vanquished with your aid and guidance? But more than that, I am pleased to know you and to be your cousin.
Such an exquisite gift this is indeed. Yet the destruction you have sown, the sheer carnage, nothing can surpass that, I should think. Should you ever go to war, my kin, genuinely go to war, I mean, do look me up. I imagine I would take your side.
Here goes then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message.
My bad, chat. Apparently is very fickle if I lose focus on it.
Once you're able to decipher it.
Oh, we actually managed to gift him and immediately advance the epilogue. Nice.
My, what is this, my kin? Some sort of invitation for me, I presume? Not just for me. This symbolizes all the others here? Most intriguing. I shall investigate the meaning of this as quickly as I'm able then. But first...
Okay, so he gave us Doom, but it's kind of bad. I think we gotta take it, which is a little unfortunate. So that's the downside of getting rid of the rarity up. You end up with, like, really bad Doom. So, mixed feelings about that. We'll go forward for now.
It's me or them. You're nothing.
Take extra health here. Not bad. We have a Chaos or an Athena. Chat, I really need Athena. I'm really sorry, chat. I need Athena. It's not an option to skip Athena. One of the only times I will hardcore skip Chaos is if I'm going for a specific duo boon. And that was one of those scenarios. It looks like our Doom is triggering pretty often. Not too bad.
Lady Athena.
Okay, we need her on special. I will re-roll for special.
This is it then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Athena, I trust you'll quickly figure this one out.
Little did I know, chat, how this run would go.
No, hold a moment. This appears to be a message. Part of one. Then, can this mean... I have to notify the others. I trust they also have received something from you, or shortly shall.
We need her special. We'll take her dash. Her dash is also needed. This is fine. We need this eventually. It's better than nothing. I'll take it. It is really unfortunate, though, when you get her dash before the special, because that delays when you get the duo boon. Just so people are aware, you can only get the Athena duo boon with Ares as long as you have... That uppercut does some serious damage. Okay, I'll let past me talk for a little bit. Our choice is gem or key. We're going to take the key, because we need to get guaranteed Athena next time. So what I was saying is that as much as I need the dash for the duo to work, I can't actually get it unless I have Athena special and Ares on normal attack. Okay, got another reroll. We get a Zeus, not super useful, or a Palm. I think we'll go for the Palm. Another use of Companion. Actually, really glad I checked this.
Should come in useful.
Let's go ahead and get the Palm. We don't need Zeus. I will say, going forward, if we do get Zeus as one of the secondary gods or the tertiary gods, his call is really powerful, and I think that frees up our fourth keepsake to not be the Hades call. As I think his call use of the Demeter special, but it kind of is like the nature of the weapon. It's pretty strong. Needs to be as high as possible because the idea is to apply this per duo. So 30 damage extra, pretty big.
Got some zest.
We got a Boldy. Chat'll forgive me for Boldy.
Hello. You must have seen everything there is to see here in your father's underworld, haven't you, Prince? I figure that there isn't any place nicer than this.
Oh, Well, I suppose now that you're
Yeah, for one thing, if people are not aware, the duo with Ares and Artemis, not Artemis, Athena, relies off your doom damage. So having a really high doom damage as your normal strike means it gets applied every time you deflect. So if you do a normal strike, like a dash strike, and your Athena dash hits the target, it procs doom immediately. So if you're wondering why
Thank you, Baldy.
I keep leveling doom, it's because it will impact the duo.
to the finest boulder in all of Tartarus.
I'd actually preferably get gold up or damage reduction here. Let's see what we got. Gold up, exactly what I was looking for. Oh, Poseidon. Not super great here. I guess we could take his cast.
I thought crystals were supposed to be pretty. Hey, Baldy.
Ooh,
All right, here goes.
Baldy destroyed that
In the
mini
name of
boss.
Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Uncle Poseidon, hope you can make this out.
I will say though, chat, Poseidon is easily becoming my favorite god. I think outside of his normal strikes, his cast, his call, just dash, god tier, chat.
I can't use his special. Ooh. Oh, but that's not good for this build. Never mind. We'll take his cast though. Take his cast. Get the extra gold there. Another chance at Palm. Heck yeah, chat. We need to get our doom damage as high as possible. Even if we don't get the duo, it's still useful.
So I think like watching this video back before actually streaming it, that cast AoE is
Potentially,
so
we could get some knockback potential.
ridiculously big. How is that fair, chat? Look at that
See that
AoE.
wall slam damage, so good.
Wall slam indeed. I see why people do this for cast builds.
Gods grant me strength.
Think I need this to be our doom damage again. That kind of made up for it.
What's in the well this time?
Force the chaos. We'll do this for chat. Random item. Sure, why not?
What do I get?
And a fishing spot. Okay. We're gonna get a palm here, which is good.
I don't think I really talked about this before,
Fishing spot in the chaos. Why not, chat?
but every time you get a...
Okay, so we got decent
Sorry,
crowd
Chan.
control. That's not a bad backup if we didn't get our duo. Which, to be seen if we get the duo. Hopefully we do. This is where percentage chance of getting the duo would have been super useful. There we go.
There we go, indeed.
No matter what. Oh, it leveled our doom. Nice.
Always time to fish.
Out of curiosity, I'll check to see what the other thing is. But we're gonna do chaos because I paid for chaos.
Mine.
I think for here, I don't know what I would want more. Maybe I want more dashes, but I don't think he can offer that.
Going in.
But potentially, I think I missed the trial at the top there. My bad, chat.
So what I was gonna say is every time you get a chaos, it extends the dungeon by one chamber. So that's useful if you're looking to rank up keepsakes. I don't think I ever explicitly mentioned it. The number of
So can we
chambers...
Invite chaos? I didn't see him on the list.
Yeah, I couldn't invite chaos, unfortunately.
Can't collect, but boons are rarer. I think I actually want that. I'm okay with that. I don't need that for the boss fight.
So I don't know if I mentioned, but every time you go to a new area,
Just means, you know, our remaining passes will be pretty strong.
they have a set number of rooms that you have to clear. I believe in the first dungeon type, there's
Doom
12
damage looking pretty
chambers.
good.
Yeah.
Say, chat, liking it.
Yeah,
It's not
I
great
wasn't
at
sure if
1v1,
it did
but
or not
AoE damage.
either,
Multiple
Kirk.
Plier fists,
Yeah.
pretty solid. Shop right at the end.
And the reason you know it can do
This is
this
really good for us.
is if you get chaos right before the final room, it will always force you to go to the shop at the end. That's how you know it gives it more
I gotta
chambers.
be really careful here.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Exit wounds is free damage. I'll take that. That's free damage.
Exit wounds is pretty good.
Not what I was looking for in general, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Still my least favorite fight. I hate fighting her with slow weapons, but fortunately we're fist this time. I can tell when I'm concentrating is to talk a bit less, so I guess I could talk about the fight in general. So my game plan is basically to try to bum rush her to get her to go to these phases as quickly as possible. I don't want to deal with her spinners. I don't want to see her use projectiles.
Even without a special, we're doing a ton of damage to her. Oh, she went invincible slightly too early.
Personally, I find her attacks really hard to read. Even watching this, I still don't know if she's going to dash or spin in place. I feel like her animations are too similar. So for me, she's always going to be the hardest one for me to fight.
Even if you didn't do damage, you still healed me.
Always disturbing.
I'm going back for that golden darkness.
Exactly, Kirk. If you have anything that's chamber based, you have to keep that in mind. That also impacts when you get healed too, by the
We
way.
need Athena, so let's force Athena. But this is good, Chad. We should get her no matter what now.
All set.
Anything interesting we could get here? Not really. Or health-wise, we're not doing super great. But I have a lot more crowd control than I was expecting. So definitely okay with where the build is going so far.
I never actually counted the
goal is
later
basically
chambers.
to spread Doom with our dash strikes as much as possible, and then sometimes we might get the super uppercut, sometimes we might not. So it should be almost guaranteed Athena special at this point. I don't see how this couldn't be Athena special at this rate. We've eliminated almost every possibility.
Sadly, I was watching somebody else play in this same exact scenario, and they did not get the Athena special. I can't believe it will prioritize re-rolling an existing power over filling a slot.
Tagging them, making sure Doom is stacking on whatever I see.
That's such RNG garbage, by the way, chat. I really don't like that about this game.
I also get one more Ares by the end, which is delayed Doom damage. Because that 60% damage is going to be so big. And it's kind of a shame his other passive doesn't really help.
In the name of Hades.
So we should get guaranteed special here. And it's really high damage. That is so crucial. So if we do charge the uppercut, this is going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, chat, so I have all the prep needed for the duo boon. I just need to get an Ares or an Athena.
This might pay for a god power. We'll see.
Let's make this quick.
And I will basically reroll spam. That should be the strategy. I forget if that's what I actually do, but that should be the strategy. I'm one power away from getting one of the most broken duos in the game. And you can see, even with an uncompleted build, I'm clearing those trials almost instantly.
Choice of palm or hammer. We're going to take hammer. We want our dash strikes to deal high damage to armor. I think that right now is probably the best one we could get.
I do think dash strikes to armor is the best.
Completely forgot. Not that it makes a big difference, honestly.
Yeah, the build, we got really lucky on the special. The only thing we got unlucky with
I'm gonna just go ahead and activate on him.
is probably our Doom damage.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new
Look at
Dash
that breaching
strike
cross.
Pierces and deals 900% to armor, chat. You could not. I ask and you shall receive. That is definitely one of the best hammer abilities in the game. Zero
Hands down.
question, chat. The thing is so broken.
It is
we'll
broken.
Go for Eurydice here. I was thinking about shot for more Athena, but we can hold off for the shop at the end.
Yeah, ideally here, since I already have rarity up on Doom, or not rarity on Doom, I already have levels on Doom. I want to try to reroll for higher rarity. Unfortunately, I didn't get it.
Hey, went to our special. That's not a bad alternative.
Bye now.
Unfortunately, with this build, you can't get Poseidon
The
Bash,
most useful god to have seen here.
which is a little disappointing. This is one of the few times where you aren't really excited to see Poseidon.
Chat saying stream dying. I'm just gonna finish the stream.
Okay, so this is about where I guess I left you guys off.
I'm not gonna pause. It might be a YouTube only thing, but I am not resetting at this point.
I refuse to reset, chat. I took it all the way to the end. So anyway, I think this is where it dropped. So I think I talk a little less. I still narrate, I think, throughout for sure, but
There we go. Nice and simple. That's
not as much to respond to from the chat, given the chat died.
Lord Poseidon.
So Rupture might not be a bad choice. I could probably go for Ocean's Bounty. Actually, I'm gonna take one small break just to rehydrate.
I'm actually not sure on a retrospective what I should have taken here. I mean, more darkness would have been useful for my other build, but probably Ocean's Bounty. I don't remember if I take Rupture or not here. I mean, I do get free Rupture, it's just that status ailments are not useful with their build.
I'm just gonna play it all the way to the end. Unfortunately, internet's not gonna cooperate. I've already learned to just give up on it, honestly. So if it comes back, it comes back. But in the meantime, we'll go here and let's get the
Perfect
gems for
mayhem!
gold for sure.
Let's make some waves.
Thank you, Try, for the raid.
Nice, immediately got the gold.
I'm showcasing a run that got cut off last time, so that way you can see the end of it before we go into official Hades. Hopefully you're doing well, Try. We're going for a
And finish them for sure. Nice and easy. Hoping here for a chaos.
Demeter
Oh, I didn't
Fist
select
run.
the reward first.
I'll
Whoops.
take it.
Welcome,
That was a
Raiders.
play. Choice of health, damage versus on it. This is actually that good. I'm actually gonna skip it. So we're gonna go. Oh, duo? Duo. I want Athena here for sure. I'm gonna do some re-rolls.
Streams are pre-recorded. This one is sort of.
Come on, Athena, give me your duo.
Welcome, Sir Magic Penguin.
Exposed is okay, but again, I'm gonna fish for the duo.
I want the duo so bad, chat.
Choices.
But I can just get revenge damage. Actually, no, I don't want that because I don't want their duo by accident. I'll just take reduced damage.
Thank you, Try, for resubscribing. Unfortunately, I think the notification was cut off due to the placement. But I'll give you a proper shout out once the video is done.
Sight won't like this.
Again,
Yeah, this-
the goal is to just tag as many people as possible. Do some hit and runs.
Yeah, this one unfortunately literally died mid-run. Like, we literally just entered Asphodel and it died. So, chat, I think it's 8 in Asphodel chamber-wise and 9 for Elysium. You get to play the game at home or Google. From instinct, I have never actually counted. I think that's correct. But chat could correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really want Hades in this build. This is the... Oh, not Hades. I really don't want Poseidon in the build.
What do they offer us in return?
Although Breaking Wave...
Breaking wave? Okay, perfect.
Let's make some waves.
Let's go to the shop. I have way too much money.
Steady now.
Sorry that chat's not able to see this one, but we'll keep it live for YouTube.
Quiet past
I'm not
me.
gonna get this right.
Current
Oh,
current
okay,
Twitch is catching up.
Please be what I need.
Pleasure doing business.
So I got denied here. I could have gotten the duo here.
Please give me the
I'm gonna
duo.
reroll.
Let's see what else.
Uh-oh,
I got
chat.
the duo. Oh my gosh, I wish chat could see this. Oh, yes.
Oh, chat, this damn it. If you have never seen this build before,
Let's
get ready.
go.
Don't blink, chat. I'm gonna fight a boss. I promise you
Let's
it's a
go, let's
boss.
go.
I promise you. It won't
So
feel
it's
that
a
way.
dash strike, and it should trigger over and over.
Watch the damage from Doom that I've been prepping this whole time.
Oh my gosh, that damage is insanely high. Oh my gosh, the damage is insane. The damage is
This is the Reaper's power.
It does so much damage.
Chat trying to show Boldy. Sorry,
Uppercut,
Boldy's hidden
damage
for
is
now.
Insane. Makes no sense. So I could still go for an Ares passive, I think, here.
Yeah, if you have never seen the true power of this build, look at the damage there, chat.
Wow. Wow, I see why people speedrun with this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that damage is so busted. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going for the end zone. Oh, I want the extra damage.
Coming through.
I don't know why Sisyphus went that far away.
On him very well.
Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Your messages are going through. Were you having issues earlier?
Bye for now, Lenny.
Nice.
That
and
happened
simple,
yesterday
chat.
as well.
Nice and simple.
It's beautiful.
Is it like a mobile thing? Because I know mobile disconnects sometimes.
I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna keep it recording.
Yeah, if past me takes a
That
break, I
helps
might skip
reset
it
the
forward
stream.
slightly. We'll see. I forget. I think I paused at some point.
Oh, that made it act weird for me, but that's fine.
Keepsakes hold power.
Keepsakes hold power indeed. Let's go ahead and get the hourglass here.
Chat, another
damage
companion.
is
So
perfect.
stupid.
So not a lot of health, but our damage is phenomenal.
That's it for Asphodel.
Phenomenal.
So we have all the damage in the world. The only way it could be better at this point is if I get revenge doom damage, because I can actually trigger that with my Athena
Probably at the end of
dashes.
this run, I'll reboot the stream just to talk to chat. Honestly, this build is just completely insane. I could not have asked for anything better.
So
Honestly. The only thing I need now is multi-dash.
Exactly
I
past
think it
me.
would just be so good.
So
Even with
every
bad rarity on Doom, the damage is just so strong.
dash, I don't think I talk about it here, but every dash is how I'm gonna trigger Doom.
Store it, because I don't even need to do normal combos.
So the less of a pause there is between my dash strikes, the more DPS I have. There's no point to leveling attack percentage. There's no point to leveling special percentage.
Oh,
There's no
my
point
gosh.
to literally anything else. I just want palms.
This time, in the name of
Palms and Doom multipliers.
official message.
Now, the reason you wouldn't want to get the one where every time you strike, you add Doom damage to your overall Doom is that you're triggering it instantly. So usually it doesn't even add anything. So it's actually a pretty useless passive in this scenario.
Nice, we still give it to Hermes. Ooh, I didn't get anything that was super useful.
Yeah, I got robbed here a little bit, chat.
I guess I'm gonna be dashing a lot, so I might as well go for this one.
That's goat speed, all right.
We'll go for a hammer.
Bright swords.
I mean, Zeus is a good backup, as I said
Ooh,
before.
easy peasy.
It's more like, I think you got bad Athena RNG.
Easy peasy.
Because Zeus, as I said before, I think a really good call to have at the end. I don't think Poseidon is a good call when you have a build this strong, because your damage is primarily from doing the dash strike. Like, there's not something passively doing damage, or it's not like delayed damage. Where like some damage over time builds could benefit from Poseidon call, for example.
Ooh.
That Colossus knuckle though,
while
chat.
attacking, You're
Jeez.
special, you're sturdy? Come on, really? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a free win. Ultra free.
It is ultra free,
Oh,
chat.
I'm so excited for this.
That's
Another
probably-
Athena? Why not? Abilities that deflect makes foes exposed. I don't think that's actually useful. Although it's double status ailment, actually that might be useful. Apply the health increase. Another Athena? Sure.
In retrospect, I probably should have gone for the palm there, honestly. But we'll take the mini boss fight.
We're gonna make sure you use the cast on him and just dash in.
Watch his health, chat.
immediately.
He can't even do anything, chat. It's so sad. He's melting. The worst part is I don't even have multi-dash. If I had multi-dash, this fight would have been over
Wow,
already.
between sturdy and the health regen, this enemy has no chance against us.
Did he even hit me, chat?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Got him again.
Oh, he hit me once,
I
chat.
don't even think Athena can offer us anything. I don't want her call or anything like that. Revenge and free deflect. Sure, we'll take that. Another Athena? Okay. Oops, all Athena, apparently.
Did Daedalus himself build all of
Not be
this?
stunned and resist some damage from bosses? Wow. Absolutely dumb.
Well, anyway,
So
chat.
janky, I don't even need it.
I don't need it.
Patroclus?
I know, chat. I get a
Yeah, I also
Patroclus.
don't really need Patroclus, but we'll take his damage up maybe. Actually, no, I don't even need that.
Live in peace, and all. Although, you've ample time for fishing, have you, stranger? And here I thought you'd more important business to attend to, though it's not for me to judge, I guess.
Yes, chat.
I'll have you know, some of us take matters of
He's commenting on fishing before completing his relationship.
Take my mind
This upset me to no. I was so mad.
Oh, I'd not take
I was so mad, chat.
if it's one that you hope
I didn't understand why they were talking about fishing until the conversation ended.
to fight, and well, I will.
What a troll.
I don't need Death Defiance. I really don't need attack, because this build is not attack oriented. We'll take health regen, I guess.
a lot.
Poseidon or money? I think I actually just want the money. Well, the herd of fishing spot.
Hopeless.
Apparently I'm hopeless.
Bite this. Go for clam.
You showed that fish.
I did show that fish. Well, we're gonna ignore the Poseidon, because I don't think there's anything else I really want at this point. I think we're pretty good to go. I got all the crowd control I could ever need. Amazing damage versus armor. I power up an uppercut against the super tanky enemies, like the rats, for example.
The Kai Kingdom comes out on the 10th. Nice try. Hopefully you enjoy it. Kirk, if you're familiar with Disgaea, it's one of their
Cast
off-series.
doesn't super synergize with this, unfortunately. Well, another
We're-
Hermes, we're gonna take the Hermes. I
If
can
you've
get
heard of
multi-dash
Phantom
here,
Brave, it's like Phantom
this'll
Brave.
Be the Heaven Send. It'll be the perfect build as far as I'm concerned. So there's a good opportunity to use a cast.
Chat, look at how dumb that Doom damage is in a
I thought
group.
about if I
Look
went
at them
the
just
area
exploding.
AoE on the hammer, but I didn't
And just
really
think,
need it.
this is weak Doom damage. Like, I rolled the worst possible Doom, and it's still killing them in, like, one dash. It's actually insane. And again, I'm so tanky. Every time I dash, I get 50% heal.
Doesn't matter, I guess.
Ridiculous.
Multi-dash. I don't have a reroll. That's such a shame. Well, I'll take the dash makes me sturdy. Although I already have that. I guess I need bows drop time faster, I guess, for free damage. Purple?
Quick reload, deceptively good chat.
Heroes of Elysium.
I would like to play a pure speedrun build at some point.
Yeah, the Prinnies. The hey dude. Yeah, they love the dudes. I'm gonna make a channel reward based off the Prinnies. I'm sure they're popular.
Not bad.
So get this chat, the Poseidon cast, every time it hits them, it does 120 damage. Then if they get hit against the wall, they take 200 slam. Then they take additional slam from the base slam, so they take over 400 damage.
Random Ares. Bloodshot Pulses.
I was so upset I got the Curse of Drowning and Dire Misfortune, two things I really did not want to see in this run.
I guess? I was kind of hoping for more Doom damage, but...
That's also the downside of taking Poseidon here, is I got screwed over with the duo. Because I added this to the pool,
No, it's still
where normally this would not appear.
Misfortune, unfortunately, is not really good with this build. But I actually really don't want the Curse of Drowning. I'll still take it, unfortunately.
I'm surprised I took that one over the
Hold on to
22%, to be
my
honest with you,
really
chat.
want
I think that was a
upgrade.
misplay.
This build's damage is...
I think I just wasn't really thinking about it.
Because I need it more as a projectile than I need an AoE.
Hey chat, you should guess how many seconds this boss fight is gonna
I'm
last.
just gonna go
And
ahead
see if you're right, chat.
I'm gonna go ahead and...
Keep in mind, I can hit both people with dash.
We're gonna force them to stay together. Just constant dashing.
I feel bad for them, chat.
Why is he still in the shield?
I feel like he was glitched out. I don't know what he was doing there,
How
chat.
polite of him, I guess.
Look at that damage though, chat. Look at Theseus. Say goodbye to Theseus, chat.
Easy fight. I didn't even use the Demeter special. It's just completely irrelevant. I mean, it helps, but it's really not needed.
Also, I said Demeter. I always get the god names mixed up for no reason.
Listen, I still got 3 more Boldy. So
I
gotta
clearly
use
know
some
that's
Boldy
Athena.
here. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh, gotta use the fountain first, that's right. You're gonna get health per chamber, perfect. Trap steal more damage, extra attack, why not? We're gonna go ahead and switch it over to Sigil of the Dead. And we're hoping to get an early exit. So I got a lot of healing.
Like, here's an example, chat, where your build is
I
so
could probably
strong.
afford to go through 1 or 2 chambers without too much of an issue.
An Athena call would have been really
Super
good here.
high,
Which is funny, because I didn't get many options for that
nice
after
and
I got my
easy.
initial duo.
Nice and easy.
Which is unfortunate.
Ooh, potentially an Artemis. Oh, I heard the ding. I wasn't gonna come over here, but... Oh, where is
Should
it?
stock up for the road ahead.
Oh, it's up
Fishing
there.
Point.
I mean, Artemis crit well, I don't even need Artemis crit damage. I guess support fire would be okay. It's free damage. But, again, I really don't think I need anything.
Also, I totally forgot that crit percentage applies to Doom.
I mean, I could try to buy the Hermes for the multi-dash.
So that would have been the better call for sure, chat. I totally forgot when I played.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll greed for it. I'll get the money and we'll do Ares next. That should be fun.
This poor enemy's chat.
Even though we don't have, like, the craziest Doom rarity.
But yeah, I'm praying for the multi-dash here, potentially from Hermes, because this would multiply my damage almost exponentially. Just due to canceling my dash so
Really
fast.
liking this AoE from the cast, though.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
help us
2
against
Poseidon
the
casts
hitting
destroy
count
that
of
entire
moves like
chamber,
that.
chat. It's so
Absolutely
crazy. Look at the damage.
Perfect for that as well. 1500 damage. They didn't even get a turn.
Two casts, and that was almost purely the slam damage. So I feel like that's the biggest indicator of why the Poseidon cast is so busted. Like, it doesn't look like it should do that much damage, but I killed them with only 2 casts. I don't even think my punch reached them, chat. Like, they just died from the slam damage. It's like completely insane.
There we go.
just take
Wow, that was so much extra gold. Forgot we got the gold
Just go
multiplier.
down this Sata hole.
Let's go for the Hermes immediately. If I get multi-dash here,
Should come in useful.
they return automatically.
I was really not sure what this did.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's better than I thought it was too.
I mean, auto god gauge is really good. Don't get me wrong, but that's pretty stupid. That is pretty stupid. Although that means that I can't get 50% extra from Doom.
See, I was thinking when you hit it on him,
I don't think it matters.
it comes
I
out
actually
immediately.
genuinely don't think it matters.
I misunderstood how it
We'll try
worked.
it just to show it off, I guess. We'll go for Ares for bonus Doom damage.
You.
I mean it. Oh, that means when it pops out, it comes to me. Oh, that's fine then. That's actually completely fine. As long as it can stay in
Look
the
at that cast damage, chat. That's almost all cast
That's
damage.
just perfect.
Ridiculous.
Perfect then. So if
Oh,
this
and by
is
the way, I'm
exit,
still
this is
healing from
one
the
purple.
hourglass
Okay,
from
now
earlier.
This is the exit. This would be ultra ideal.
Actually stupid.
Can't do that.
Bonus cast damage. Why not?
See, here's like where you would, if you still had the hourglass, it would be extremely powerful. But just look at that cast. That cast killed the entire room. Did
That's
you
nice.
see
If
that,
I
chat?
knock it against the wall, I can get it back instantly.
Even though they had a blue heart, they took so much AoE damage
Glad
that
I
they
went
still
for that
died.
Legendary. I was thinking it made it leave them immediately. It's not ideal for me.
Thought I knew every skill in Boom by heart. No, unfortunately. I still don't really remember a lot of them, to be honest.
Oh, I missed the cutter. I was actually trying to keep track of it that time.
I know, it was like that one cast got through 2 hits. Like, it ignores the first hit of damage, which I don't think I talk about as much, but it's so stupid how much damage that does.
Enhanced Doom damage.
There we go, chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
that's
we
so
go.
busted.
60%. Oh, that's such a big increase. Oh,
I just
that
got a
is such big
60% damage
Artemis.
increase to my main
Really
damage
worth the wait
source.
For Artemis. We'll do Palm. We need to be able to increase our Doom damage even higher.
Watch the cast again, chat. Look at the wave.
What a fantastic run.
That one cast did 750 damage. So if you ever doubt Poseidon cast, chat,
Going to the end zone. Let's go.
that was literally all Poseidon cast. One cast, 750 damage.
Upped it. Nice.
Insane.
374. I need 450. I think I said.
Completely insane, chat. If you were struggling with
that
any
free
runs,
AoE. Oh my gosh, this is just coming together. This might be one of my new favorite builds. This is just so silly. And we got the exit. Wow. Dislodge damage, sure.
So it's just loves, whatever this stuff is.
Ooh, not quite enough for an Artemis. Is there something I could get before I leave? Oh, I could get double palm.
Coming right up.
Double palm is fine.
I can use this.
Extra doom damage, 100%.
Palmed up.
Special damage increase, sure.
I probably should have taken
Okay.
revenge there, honestly. So I was almost guaranteed to not special at this point.
All 3 of its attention.
I'm not even using the Demeter aspect
So I got
for
slightly
its
more
main
doom
power up
damage
because I don't
and
care
more
about the special button
that is
anymore.
rewarding.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe she just
if I
doesn't
have it,
Even
I'll
with
use
130
it, but
health,
it's
I think
probably
the
weaker than
lowest
my
amount of
Doom.
health We've been to Hades in a long time. I don't think it matters. I even have some damage reduction just to play it safe with the sturdy and the 11% when near enemies, so that health total is way higher than it looks.
Like, that's how irrelevant it is. At 180% hitting 5 times, it's still weaker than my Doom.
Overseers managed to stop you again. Must I do everything myself?
Or Hades.
We're gonna go ahead and try to cast him. Is that 50%?
Hey, Chad, now you get to guess how long he's gonna last. With the upgraded Doom, which you haven't seen before.
I'm afraid not.
I love that I just went in this fight at 130 health. I just don't even care. Like, I even recognize my damage was just so busted.
See if I care.
Look at the damage, chat. Oh no, I'm crossing him up. Ooh. Next phase.
Okay. Ran out of meter, but that's okay. Should be able to build some of it back here.
See, had I been smarter and taken the 20% on Death Defiance, I should have expected for me to just not bother dodging. To take that 20% damage
He,
increase.
Like, barely tagged me. That was crazy.
Yeah, look how much damage he does to me, chat. Isn't that silly?
Put a little extra meter there. We're probably gonna boldy him immediately. He should basically be dead. Be a little careful about the shockwave.
Lasted little.
Using Boldy to punish his laser. Into the greater call. Look at the damage, chat.
Oh, I think he's stuck. Is he actually stuck?
He did get stuck
Is
briefly on the
Boldy
treasure.
top tier? Did he get stuck? I think he did.
Not yet.
Look at that, chat. I don't even bother dodging here, I don't think. I just used the... Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill him, whatever. I'm just gonna go for the kill. Worth it. Ridiculous.
Boy, you speak none of this to anyone. Blast.
So, chat, how long do you think that was in-game?
Oh, that was such a fast clear.
You got some time to think about it?
That had to be sub 20. There's no way it wasn't. There's no way. The 14 minutes. 14 minutes, 46 seconds. Oh, man, I'm shattered so many records today. If it wasn't for the internet, I would have said this would have been our best stream of all time. I got 4 back-to-back records. Absolutely ridiculous. What a phenomenal run. I'm just gonna leave this here for a little bit so people can enjoy the scoreboard. But yeah, we have drastically lowered our times, and I feel like we're still clearing pretty fast. We're not even using the speedrun companion. I'm still getting a lot of darkness from it. I'm getting a little extra gold. It serves its purpose. Man, that's good. I still have so many boldies left over. What a shame.
Amid the wondrous, ever-springing garden of Persephone, Prince Zagreus discovers a greenish plant of some sort, supple-skinned and covered all in spines. A bit too small to see, until it is too late.
Okay, chat.
Okay,
So
what I think I'm gonna do
we're gonna kill it there.
is to be fair to people that want to watch on the stream. I think I will not have any conversations with these people.
Thank you, past me.
So we'll just have a little YouTube only send off.
Stick around, chat. We haven't even begun the stream. We haven't even begun it. Let's go ahead and boot up Hades. Yeah, it was my new record by like a long shot, chat. I was like, and the worst part is I like stood around at several points because I was looking to see if the internet came back. So like it could have been faster without changing anything. I literally wasn't looking for the chat to come back. Okay, now we're live again, chat. I promise. But yeah, it was just so ridiculous. So I have 2 weapons left to do basically a speedrun build on, I guess. So I did like 3 more minutes of research.
Thank you, everyone. You're too kind.
So I have an idea of what I should try for the sword. There's actually 2 sword builds we could go for. Actually, I want to do one thing before we go further. 1 second, chat. I want to just make that a bit bigger. Mute sound effects that were happening. Okay, we're good to go.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where death is our business.
Hello, Persephone.
He's done it, Cerberus.
If I talk to you, is that going to trigger the epilogue? I don't want to do that. Do I have to talk to everybody? I just want to check.
Prophecy.
Okay. I just want to make sure you can't skip people, because that would annoy me. Although Chaos isn't on here for some reason. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed, chat. Unless talking to her counts as maybe an invite. We'll see.
Nyx, this feast Mother has planned. Would it be alright with you if I were to invite Chaos?
I hardly think that Chaos would attend any festivity of ours. I'm uncertain that they even could. Even more doubtful that they would want this. However, if you truly wish to ask, proceed.
You're doing well, Granite Knight.
As long as it's okay.
So it looks like maybe we'll get Chaos. Hello, Persephone.
How goes the doling out of invitations, Zagreus? Have the Olympians been amenable to the idea?
Not just amenable, Mother. Positively intrigued. I can't believe you scrambled the invitations in such a way that only with a lot of them combined will they get all of the details.
A bit of collaboration seemed in the spirit of things. We're a great big family, Zagreus. Past time we started acting like one, no? Now keep it up. And thank you for your help.
You got it, Mother.
Let's say, what song is he singing now?
chat, we have two choices potentially for the sword. I'm probably gonna do the sword or bow, I guess whichever one has the thirst on it. For the sword, we could go for Poseidon, which is more of the cast build, or we could try to go for the crit build. I saw two different builds in my 5 minutes of research before the stream. We could try those builds, see how we feel about them. Just think about it a little bit, chat. I might give you a bow run to think about it.
Just me. Pretend I'm not even here.
Why does that skip the dialogue while he's there? I don't like that at all, chat. That bothers me so much.
Your Highness! The Prince! Miss Nix! I'm not supposed to talk to you. I have to go.
Damn it.
Giving a shout out to Granite Knight. Thank you, Tron.
Some water-dwelling beast for you, good chef. Done deal.
30 nectar. You know what? That's enough to do something else with it. Trade it up for a diamond.
Here you go.
1 nectar for 50 darkness. I'll take that trade.
Too good a deal to pass up.
That is too good a deal to pass up. I have so many diamonds. I don't even know what to do with them.
I'll take it. One ambrosia bottle, please.
Something like that, maybe. Okay, so I didn't talk about this last time, or at least I don't think I did to a greater extent. So when you're playing a build that doesn't deal back attack damage, it's better just to take Fiery Presence. So like when you're playing a pure cast build, you're almost never going to trigger the backstab damage unless you're playing with Athena. So I think generally this is preferred to max. So we might actually try this if we're going to go with the cast build, which I think since we're about to play the Hera bow, I think this would make sense. We're gonna go for this instead. So the idea behind this is just one-shot everything. Because this is 75% damage to your first strike, and if you are a very high damage burst build, you are pretty much never gonna give the enemy a turn. Now we want to save the rest of our darkness to get more faded persuasion for the speedrun style of things. Now that we've kind of gone through, learned about the game, I think we're ready to take it up another level. Oh, apparently the sword is here. Not what I was thinking it was going to give us, but hey, I really like the aspect of Arthur, chat, but we have a choice, and you get to make that choice. Do you want to see a crit-focused speedrun build, or do you want to see more cast builds? Now, we've won with cast builds on a couple of the weapons so far. In fact, when we go to play the bow aspect of, why am I not remembering her name? Hera. We'll probably be playing almost a pure cast build. There's like 2 or 3 different casts you can use as your primary. Either you're going to be using Zeus to insta-kill entire crowds, you'll use Poseidon for the push/knockback, or you'll have Aphrodite, or just the raw base damage. Not as good for groups, but just really high boss damage. So let me know, chat. You have some time to think about it. I will max whatever the chat picks. I will literally go back to go get more Titan Blood for that. So think about it, chat. I'm gonna make it sort of flexible for you, but I'd like to show off some more builds.
Fair and square.
Alright, I'm not gonna use these diamonds. Let me just sacrifice these.
I think I'll take it.
Something like that should be good.
It's a deal.
Chat wants to see the crit build? Okay, we could go for that. Ow. Oh, I missed it. I was like, how did that do that?
Stygius. Power beyond time.
Okay, so we still have 4 Titan Blood for later. If we do want to show this off, I can level it at some point. So the idea behind this is that I'm just going to be applying a lot of special in order to get crit chance up. And with crit chance up, I'm just going to do basically whatever I want. So I'm just taking a quick reference guide here. So I will potentially one-shot everything due to the bonus crit, so Fiery Presence might not be too bad for this build. It's not bad. It will be slower against bosses, though. That's the downside to the the other weapon. This weapon's not too hard to get back attack damage with it. So I'll think about it. I mean, I could try it out no matter what. There's no real downside. So basically what we're looking to do, chat, to kind of fill you in on the build intent. So let's take a look at the gods. So our normal attack, we want to have crit as often as possible. And in order to do that, we need Artemis. Now, you might be thinking, okay, what do you pair Artemis up with in order to do even more damage? Well, chat, if you remember from a very long time ago, we had Aphrodite. If we have Aphrodite on special, that complements our force usage of special, it gives us a potential status ailment in case we want to go for the 2 status ailment build. And their duo, as a reminder, means you do 100% more damage whenever you crit. So we're going to be potentially getting a 300 guaranteed % crit on whatever we fight. That's the intent behind the build. So we'll go for it. We'll see how we feel about it. Again, the goal of the build is to just kind of tag and go for the crits. Gotta get used to this weapon has a little bit of a different animation than the other ones. See how I like slide forward with it? So I might cancel it into a special there. Maybe it'd be ideal like that. So you can see, like, if I normal special into special, just like a little bit of a delay, but if I do like that, that's much faster. I think that's gonna be our bread and butter. 2 normal slices into special, back into 2 slices. So we'll see how it goes. Love that I glow whenever I have the crit. So I could go either way on this. I guess since I'm not...
Hello, Mira.
Since I'm not using a cast, maybe I'll switch back to this, but I'd like to have that option for sure. Now, one thing that the speedrunners do is that they do use deep pockets maxed out in order to get a earlier shop god, since we're not going to be clearing the Saturden, but honestly, I still like Golden Touch. I don't think that's a huge make or break. I think a lot of those are personal preference. Yeah, see, that's another thing too. I think I talked to Chris about this. Like, even if your best ability is on something like a special, you have to recognize, like, can you cancel it? Does it stun the enemy? What combo would make sense to be safe? So you have to kind of ask those questions to yourself in a very rapid manner. So it helps, I feel like, just to play with Skelly for like a minute or 2 before the run. That way I could get a feel for when the stun occurs. You can see with Backstab, our potential damage is really high. So I think this is going to help us more for Hades in particular. So we'll go for this. I won't be able to get it as easily on Lerny and company, but I think every other boss Backstab will not be hard to hit. So we're already on Heat 11 with this character. That's kind of crazy. Do I even want to bother going up in higher heat? I might just want to get darkness from this run. Honestly, chat, I'm gonna remove this. Why don't we do like what the speedrunners do? I'll even remove this. We don't even need this. Why don't we do this, chat, just to see how it feels? I need darkness anyway, and I really don't need more Titan Blood. Like, I've maxed almost every weapon at this point. It doesn't matter. So let's enjoy a run, chat. We'll climb when we feel like it.
Found you, Huntress. Here, in the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Especially for you, Lady Artemis.
This is also convenient because we have to talk to Aphrodite and Artemis for the epilogue anyway.
Some kind of special message for me. Oh, looks like there's one for everybody on Olympus, then. Felt rather special for a moment there, and now you're making me check in with all the others. Great.
Hello, Mr. Mochi. Hope you're doing well. We got exactly what I wanted. No rerolls needed, chat. RNG is rigged today. Actually cheating. Fortunately, we got darkness here. It's possible to enjoy runs. Wow, that damage is crazy. A Zeus here. Zeus on dash or call is okay. I'm completely fine with that, to be honest with you.
works. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message for you in all your splendor, Lord Uncle Zeus.
Why, what is this you have for me, young man? Appears to be a message of some sort, bearing my thunder sigil. Though there's one for everybody on Olympus, have they as yet received their own? I must know what it says. It's from your father. Who else can it be? I better check on this.
Hello, Reen. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. We're getting very close to the end of this run. We got his cast. Oh my. Or his call. Oh. Chat, this is a really tough call. So I don't want the Aphrodite cast, but his call is so much damage. I'm gonna have to take his cast here. I think this is more useful for us. That's a really tough call, though. Do it Poseidon or Hammer. Unfortunately, as much as I want the Poseidon... Well, I guess I could get the Poseidon dash. What's the downside to that? I actually don't think there's a downside to that. Hammer could be useful for double hitting here. Because double hitting on normal strike, for example, is very busted, and that's not really hard to get. I think I'm going to bully with dash, though. You watched Ben 10 Ultimate, it did not like it, but your favorite Trails character is in the top 10. Well, at least it's a little bit of a good news, bad news scenario.
Uncle Poseidon.
If you should ever make it here, nephew, know this. I shall be pleased to stand in for the father figure I can tell you never really had. You can engage in all sorts of aquatic competitions, solve riddles, visit the sea nymphs. Oh, it would be great, wouldn't you think?
I really want his dash, I don't want anything else. Did not give me his dash, so this was not worth it, chat. I also don't want his call. Dang, what a shame. Hammer would have been better. Punish for greed. It's fine, though.
Bit of a break. Too bad I can't.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I was into the original series. Dionysus, nope. Sorry, Dionysus, not for this build. Fishing spot, I think I'll get it. And Athena is very interesting, and I'll tell you why. Athena can give your cast the ability to backstab, which is actually not bad. I might go for Athena here, for Athena dash.
There.
Maybe.
What do you know, a hellfish?
I'm just thinking about it. Badly do I want Athena here? Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna skip her. I'll skip her. If I could get Poseidon dash, I still think I'd prefer that overall. Too broken, chat. See how this sword knocks them backwards? I think getting the one where you double hit with normals and it doesn't send them backwards would be super ideal. So that way I don't have to keep repositioning.
Not now.
Dionysus again. I really don't want Dionysus here. I don't think he helps this build at all.
Let's go, Doomstone.
I mean, I guess I could get a dash, but I mean, it's like you're comparing the Dionysus dash versus the Poseidon dash. I don't know, chat. We'll see.
Your expectations, mate. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Should be a good time, Lord Dionysus.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be real honest with you, Reen. I am not interested in series romance in general. Not specifically for the series, but never been interested as a person. Just don't care usually.
This is the Reaper's power.
Just for a moment's sake now, I can recognize an invite when I see one, man. And this is definitely, almost certainly, some sort of invite. One for me and one for everybody else, it looks like here. Oh, I'm excited. That is something really special, I can tell.
Not liking our choices here. I don't remember if I took the privilege status or not, because that would have been useful to know. I'd really prefer my dash to be Poseidon. I think I'm gonna go for Premium Nectar. I'm not gonna reroll this. I don't think he's worth the reroll.
How about another?
Extra damage there is kind of nice. Also, sword, please. Get that gold earn. So yeah, I don't know. I just never... I don't know. At no age, I think I was ever interested in the character relationships like that. I like it more to be about the story or the drama of the characters, but them getting together, super never cared. So for sure, if it's got an interesting location or some themes, all aboard for sure. We got Boldy or a key reroll. What would Boldy do for me? I guess Darkness. I guess I could take Darkness. Cold Romance of the World is Reen and Emma.
It's him, Boldy.
Very subjective, but
Hey,
I'll
Prince,
take your word for it.
So, you do know Boldy's just a plain old rock with a few lines chiseled into him resembling a face, don't you? Chiseled into it, I mean. Just so you don't get the wrong idea.
How dare you besmirch Boldy's name, Sisyphus?
Come now, sir. We both know full well Boldy's much more than that. You really
This
think
is
I
the
doubt
Reaper's
power of
power.
Boldy after everything we've been through.
No, it was just a jest there at Boldy's expense. Look at him. He gets so annoyed when I call him a plain old rock like that. But then he calls me an old lazy lump, and then we're even for a while.
Okay, we'll just go for Darkness. It's fine.
I got you covered, Prince.
Hey, Boldy, how's everything of late? Well, cheers.
Cast damage up. Okay, that's not terrible.
Right.
You can see the Zeus cast damage really helping us speed up the clears. So being able to kill whatever it's stuck into speeds up our room clear significantly.
Delicious.
I think I will go for electric cast damage.
Palm power.
Shop, okay. We got a good chance of getting something we need. Poseidon, maybe.
I need.
Dash strike hits twice and deals 20% damage. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, chat. This is one of the ones I'm looking to... Oh, I hate you, Dash Nova. But double edge, really solid for us. This one is also not bad if we're going for Aphrodite. Honestly, this is probably the next best one. But I think because we're looking to fish for crits, we'll take this one. Deciding, please give me your dash.
Well, nephew, I know that salty Charon can be difficult, but I'm certain that whatever price you paid, you got a deal.
So here's the deal, chat. If we get Poseidon and Zeus as a combo, this means I could potentially end up getting the Storm duo. So every time I dash, I could apply lightning. That would be ideal. I really want his dash. He's not going to give me his dash. I am actually going to reroll this.
Any other blessings, maybe?
Is he really not going to give me his dash? Wow, terrible luck, chat. Actually garbage. Actually garbage RNG, chat. All I wanted was his dash. We failed 3 times to get it.
Oh,
Rip.
finally. You know, Redblood, my appointments usually don't come to me, much less again and again. Think I'm here to show you a good time, huh?
Electo, I'd just like to see you menacingly smile. And hey, having to deal with you now and again beats having to fight Meg all the time.
Yeah, that was some pretty atrocious RNG. I'm not gonna lie, chat.
You think dealing with me beats dealing with that weakling? Ah!
It's kind of in the corner, which is a bad spot for me. She went invincible right when I went to punish. Goodbye. Crushed by Boldy, chat. I had enough of that fight, GG. Fight over, chat.
On my authority. Well, Father.
Okay, we're gonna force Aphrodite here. Do we have pretty good odds of it being special?
Go with that one.
Chaos Gate, sure. Cast damage. Really good.
See you, Tartarus.
Again, our cast damage is pretty high. So 50% on 120 is gonna be significantly faster than whatever we could do. I'm giving up a palm for Chaos. I'm okay with that. Now, I'm not really sure what Chaos would give for us in particular. I guess we have to see what he offers.
I sense some sort of shifting in your father's residence. You seek to ask something of me about it, do you not? Respond.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's just my mother, we're reaching out to the Olympians, trying to reconnect the family. It's been a while, relatively, since she and father saw the others, but in case a gathering occurs, I did wish you to know you're cordially invited too.
Cordially invited. A generous proposal, son of Hades. Though an eventual gathering is to occur within my space, please understand it would be difficult for me to bring the full entirety of my presence there. However, I think I can arrange to be with you in some capacity. Thank you.
Getting an extra cast is always good. I don't really care about the health up. Cast damage up is also pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for I can't use cast for a bit, but get an extra cast.
Chaos guide me.
I'll take the gold. We invited Chaos chat, that's for you. So I'm gonna miss the AoE of the cast for sure. I think we got okay damage.
There's more.
Okay, the slowness of the sword, I'm starting to get punished for it. This is where I would have definitely preferred to use a cast. Unfortunate. But not the worst wave we could have come across. Let's go take it. Embrace egg. Not wrong, chat. We'll be doing that to some extent. We really are just looking for Aphrodite now. The double strike on our dash attack is not bad. So if we time it really well, we could do a lot of damage. Like right there, I think we just got a double crit, so that enemy died instantly. So we definitely have damage potential. It's just that when they're this far apart, I think the cast is just exactly what you want. I'm actually just gonna keep leveling the cast for now. Choices Dionysus or Aphrodite. Well, I'm gonna take Aphrodite. We need her special. Hopefully we don't get trolled. If she gives me, like, her call and anything else, I'm gonna be very upset, chat. You have no idea. Like, if she gets dash call passive, I'm gonna have, like, the biggest eye roll. Because I lost my dice reroll trying to get Poseidon dash. I was not rewarded for it whatsoever. I'm noticing that the sword can potentially wall slam, which is not bad. I just don't prefer that particular playstyle with the sword. You can see how it could be useful if you're going for Poseidon. You can see, like, if I do the dash strike directly into them, it hits multiple times. So it does deceptively high damage there. Let's force the boon to be, like, right here.
Okay, I think I'm ready. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. And I hope it finds you well, Lady Aphrodite.
Why, this is something, dearest. Such an enigmatic message you have sent. How positively captivating. I must know what it says. It bears the marks of others on Olympus, so perhaps we ought to share some common knowledge on the subject.
Okay, we got her special. Nice.
Beautiful.
So now we just want another Artemis or another Aphrodite to get their duo, and we're pretty much set for the build. And this is going to be significantly more damage, which is good. You can see the cast damage insanely good.
Got our health a little higher. Choice of palm, gold, or well. We're gonna take the well. Pay for purple. Why not?
Payment in full.
Think what I want here. I think I want. I think I'm kind of palmed out unless I want to increase my special. I'm actually gonna go for gold here. So I want to potentially double purchase whatever's at the shop. Oh, free exit, nice. Worth it. Got all the healing I needed, and we got the shop.
On to the next one.
What a perfect room, chat. Speedy room. Love to see it. Poseidon, if you don't give me dash, I'm gonna be very, very upset with you.
I'll pay for that.
I almost thought he didn't, chat. I almost thought he didn't. Okay. Our build is now complete, at least.
Got stronger than...
Deadly strike leveled? Okay. Okay, so we have got a lot of pushback. We got all the damage we need. Either we get Zeus or Poseidon to get their duo, or we get Artemis, Aphrodite. Either way, we're in a good position. You can see the damage we deal on the dash strike is insanely high. Almost enough to one-shot with just one cast into the dash strike. So you can see if we get the backstab damage, it's insanely high. I was trying to use my cast there, but I think I failed to pick them up. I'm not really sure where they went, to be honest with you, chat. There they are. There we go. It's playing a little hard to get there, chat, but I got to him eventually. I'm gonna make sure I get off this lava during the cutscene.
And don't come back.
Nice. Okay, so I think we'll just go for...
Seems you're off to cooler climates then.
I mean, I could go for Poseidon or Zeus to force their duo. Or I could just go Hourglass. I guess I could Greed. If I get the Poseidon Slam on Dash, that would speed up our encounter significantly. I'm gonna Greed for it, chat. We'll Greed for it. Store health, perfect. More damage to undamaged foes, nice. More damage to back attack. Hourglass would have been useful there, but it's fine.
Onward.
I'm pretty happy with our health total. I'm gonna Greed for the Slam. I want the Slam, chat.
Nice and
Chaos. You know what?
Going in.
Just for you, chat, I'm not even gonna go see what it is. We're just gonna take the Chaos. Every time I attack, I do 132% striking from behind. Oh. Wow. But I can't use attack at all. Oh my gosh, that damage multiplier is insane. How can I say no to that, chat? That's more than an entire special's worth of damage. Actually crazy. Hermes? Take Hermes. I guess I'll show you how powerful the dash is. We're gonna win without attacking for a little bit, chat. Poseidon dash is OP. Look at it go. Look at it go, chat. Not even attacking. Just dash it to the repeatedly. Goodbye. Oh, did I push you into the arrow? What a shame, chat.
Heck, that last run through that you did, I almost can't believe how quick you pulled that off. You're really pretty good.
Hermes will never advance his conversation with me. He will only remark about the records I break. Sturdy. I'm thinking about Sturdy. This is also just faster movement to clear the level. I don't really care about dodge percentage. Do this. My choices are Shop or Poseidon. Well, there's a chest there, but that's fine. What was it bouncing off of? I didn't get the Zeus cast damage there for some reason. Between damage dodging and pushing enemies at the same time. It's definitely top tier. It's like the best one for sure. Like, see that enemy? He's trying to do something, but it's like, nah. Nah. I want slam damage. Any palms you find are +1. Okay. Okay. Fishing spot? Where was that at? Why don't I see it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's at the bottom.
It's you or me, fishies.
I mean, we're probably going to get some palms by the end. I'm probably going to purchase them in the final area. Plus, it gets rid of the duo that Aphrodite would have with Artemis, so there's one less power I might pull into by accident. I think overall that was the right choice. Our choices here are Artemis or Poseidon. I didn't get slam damage, but I can't deny Artemis. I'm looking for their duo. Oh, hello.
Good. Now I can get you back for last time. All I need is one clean hit.
It's gonna take a bit more than that. Am I still at the challenge where I can't attack? Kind of unfortunate. Okay, chat, just win without hitting the attack button. Easy. How did he catch me on the dash there? That was weird. Oh well. Unfortunately, this is gonna take a little bit of time. Once he gets to the resisting damage phase, I'm gonna summon Voldy so I can skip that phase. Yeah, I would have really loved to attack here, for sure.
We got you, Highness.
Did Voldy really miss? Alright, well this is a problem now. Voldy, you had one job. Other than making chat happy. Alright, so this is gonna take forever, but I'm going through with it, chat. Listen, the commitment is real. Okay, I got through it without attacking.
I yield.
So I guess it shows how strong the Poseidon dash is. You can win without using the attack button. Okay, challenge over.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
Your crit effects deal even more damage to armor. That's not a bad one. I think I probably want support fire still for better overall damage. I can finally attack again, chat. Thank you.
I hear something.
Oh, Thanatos.
Arrived. Don't have much time, but let me see if I can pitch in. I think you can beat me again.
What do you think, Than?
You might notice my damage is pretty high, and I don't super care about what he does. Oh, they're really spawning far from me. This is a problem. Like, this is hard, but not for the reasons the game probably intends. So you can see, I could just kind of delete an enemy instantly if I look at them funny. So what a bad room. Fortunately, while we're in this, the timer's frozen, so this doesn't count towards the run overall. Actually, just want him to end the fight. Please just end the fight, yeah. What a terrible room. Wolf per chamber, sure.
Now here goes.
Give me your bonuses, Thanatos.
There he goes.
It's health or hammer. We haven't gotten another hammer. Let's get the hammer.
Coming through.
You can see just the absolute bullying of the Poseidon dash mixed with our normal damage. Since we double hit on a dash strike, we're going to be doing a ton of damage to them here.
And given that we can kill them very quickly, we can recover the Zeus cast pretty quickly as well. A little sloppy, but that's okay. Attack deals 200% when striking from behind. Your special hits twice, but no longer knocks foes away. I think I want the double strike here. Although this one... I mean, I guess I could go for this. There's really no downside. I mean, I get less crowd control, but I get more anti-boss. Guess we could try that. Aphrodite or Dionysus Zeus. Sorry, I want the duo too much. With that extra cast, honestly, even with no other damage multipliers, just shows you how powerful the Zeus cast is, with just like a little bit of damage. You can see I'm just constantly retrieving my cast over and over, killing things off screen. Whenever I get the chance, I'll try to special for more damage. Not bad. Let's go for the duo. Unfortunately, I'm getting no rerolls, which is really unfortunate. Damage up against weak targets. Yeah, this is pretty good overall. Take the free damage. Choice is palm or health. We'll take the palm.
Clear for now.
Wow, that dash damage though. I think I should probably go for special up.
There we go.
Basically full health, and we get to go to the shop over the palm. Again, I'm fishing for gods, so we're gonna try to take advantage of our money total here. Random god, sure, why not? Random Zeus. Jolted is fun. We'll just buy everything on the way out, it's fine. So again, now our cast does even more damage because it applies Jolted for free.
I always shall rise up to thwart your wicked plans, monster.
Sisyphus. Coming right up.
For that.
You can see the damage they're taking is astronomical, chat. We don't even have the duo that I'm looking for, but it doesn't matter. We got backup strats. Our backstab damage is insanely high. I can't even see him in this. There's too many colors, actually. Where is he? Oh, there he is. That was called a mess of god powers were on him, and he was actually not visible to me. I don't know if you lost sight of him, chat. I definitely have visual issues. So I just saw color everywhere, and I'm like, I have no idea where he is in that wall of color. Be real honest with you. Well, anyway, we'll take the Hades aid. Bonus cast damage with how ridiculous our cast is? Absolutely. Bonus movement speed? Who cares?
So close.
So yeah, we're doing an insane amount of damage. I love it, chat. Really no urns worth breaking. Kind of disappointing. Well, I might be able to get a god power here. Let's go see what they are. That is a Poseidon. I think I'm gonna go for it. Poseidon, Artemis. Ooh, I'm gonna go for both.
I'll take it.
Mark them whenever I crit. Chat, I think this means we have a guaranteed 100% crit. There's literally no reason not to take this. This is actually really big for us. We'll take the Poseidon, which we can get extra slam, or not extra slam. We could get an extra cast. I didn't get the slam damage. This is bonus damage whenever you slam them, but there's one where it's like a wave of slam. That's the one I was really looking for. But we'll go for the Zeus backup. No shame in that at all, chat. I think this build is still fine, even though it's not geared for cast as its main damage source. It just means we're so well balanced that really there's no scenario we can't win. We have Saturden dash control, and we have a pretty good projectile for the rats. Their choices are Aphrodite, Zeus. I'm gonna go for Aphrodite. As I said before, I really want their duo. Unfortunately, we never got another key, which kind of limits our damage potential. You can see we're getting guaranteed crits. There's really nothing the enemy can do now. So our overall damage went up a lot more than it would probably look normally. So expect me to very aggressively clear these rooms, as there's almost nothing they could do about this much raw burst. I forgot to special first, and that's why he didn't die instantly, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get our cast back. Thank you, Eldritch, for gifting 3 subs. You did not have to do that, but I appreciate it. We're having a grand old time eliminating people with a different build. Fortunately, I'm getting very poisoned here.
Your foes shall have to watch their backs.
So our overall damage potential is insane. We're doing 300 a swing, and I double hit. Not bad. Hey, come on, duo. Yes! Yes, chat! We finally get to play the build. Look at the damage! Look at the damage, chat! 150%! It's happening. The build is alive. Let's go.
This can get me out of here.
I'm so pumped. We have like near guaranteed 100% crit. Okay, we just gotta finish the run. Let's go to Zeus.
Try this way.
Let's go, chat. We're going in. Look at this room clear. What can they do about this? Nothing, chat. The answer is nothing. It was a trick question. Damage is so high. So as soon as we mark them with weaken, our crits will do 150% more, and we mark them for 56% or 53% extra crit, and we have 15% chance on our normal attack, and whenever we special, I think we get another 25% due to the sword. So we have a roughly 40% crit chance when we already double hit, which is insane. You can see already they are exploding. 805 damage just from a cast. So our cast is now critting for 800 damage, chat, and we found the exit. GG. You know what? If that was the duo, chat, if that was the duo for Poseidon, I would have said Omega GG. But we're just gonna have to settle for completely absurd and unfair damage. That's okay. I'll settle for second best. It's fine. We don't even need a duo there. Oh, this is gonna be out of control. We're gonna lose some time here, but I'm gonna get the palm. What do we? Oh, look at that crit chance. Oh my gosh, chat. Look at that crit chance. Can I say no to that? 82%? I can't say no to that.
Each violent countenance of Cerberus agrees the Satyr Sack must be destroyed.
That's not the only thing that's about to get destroyed in this run. So chat, prayer for Hades. He has no chance of this run at all. This is gonna be one of the most one-sided Hades you've ever seen. I'm not even gonna dodge. I am gonna straight up face tank delete him, chat. I am not leaving his side until he dies. Let's go, chat. No dodging. Dodging optional.
I shall give you no quarter, boy. Although I doubt that you expected otherwise.
Oh, don't worry about that, Hades. You're not the one that should be talking about quarter. Oh, he's so lucky he teleported, chat. I was about to get the combo going. Uh-oh, the combo started. Help him, chat. Pray for Hades. He's already at a quarter health. I would teleport away too, Hades. I'd be like, look away. Don't let my family see me like this. Oh, as soon as you become vulnerable, I'm gonna hit the delete button. Enjoy your time in the sun. Deleted.
Like that?
Don't blink, chat. I'm going in. I'm not dodging. I don't care if he kills me. I'm going in, chat. The damage is insane. Why would I dodge? Ooh. Damage race. I win.
Were it not for all my wretched kin upon Olympus, you... Well, done. Boy.
So chat, what in-game time do you think it was? I'm thinking 16 something. 1446. I'm sorry, chat. I am a total liar. Chat, we missed making a new record by 0.4 seconds. Chat, I missed the record by 0.4 seconds. That's how close it was to a new record. Ridiculous. So good. And you know what was sad, chat? Just think about it this way. The game denied me that duo until all the way at the end of the run, and we had to do another Saturden over the fists, and it was only 0.4 seconds off. We had to go one entire Saturden further, and we didn't even get the duo until Saturden. So fast, chat. So I think I'm definitely liking this Zeus cast. So we'll talk about the build. I feel like for people that are not like in the know of everything that I was doing there, I'll try to explain it one more time as a recap for people that want to emulate this nonsense. So I went for the aspect of Nemesis. So every time I did special, I got a 30% crit chance. With the other Artemis special that I had, which I don't think it'll show me per se. With the other Artemis special that I had, anytime I crit, I put a 80% crit chance on the enemy. So as long as I have two enemies, I can mark both of them because I don't think I can mark the same target. So I had 100% crit chance. Now I had a duo that said whenever they were crit, they take 150%. Then crit already does 200% more damage on top of its normal amount. And my backstab damage was plus 200%. And we had another 90% when I was doing backstabs. So my normally 40 or 50 damage normal was doing like 900 plus a crit, and it was guaranteed as long as he had a summon companion out. So he absolutely got wrecked. We had Mirage Shot with Electric Shot for so much crowd control. I think that is really, really powerful between the Poseidon Dash, pushing people into walls, which stuns them, which is also important to note. Doing that raw slam damage and repositioning them into traps, and also comboing very well with electricity. I think this run went pretty well. We ended up doing the Hades keepsake. We could have technically gotten a Zeus call here as an alternative, as a reminder, but man, oh man, chat, that was a convincing run. Deleted, chat.
Nyx's power.
And I got 450 darkness for that. We might be doing some of these runs
somehow defeated Grimlord
just so I can get more darkness. Honestly, I think that's a legit strategy.
It was all a dream. A rather deadly nightmare, actually.
Oh, chat, we died via deadly nightmare. I was gonna say, the only person having deadly nightmares here is Hades after that complete butt whooping. Yeah, I love how slow the bow time is compared to everything else. We gotta fix that, chat. I gotta step it up a bit.
I did it, I think.
Oh no, not the troll song. The troll song is playing.
He's back! Signed you in, you're good to go.
It brings me joy knowing you found something worth fighting for.
I'm sorry, Zagreus. I've pressing matters to attend to now.
I waived the punishment sentence for Sisyphus the Knave King, Nyx, except he chose to stay. He chose to stay in Tartarus, I think in part because he likes getting to speak with me from time to time. Also his bolder friend.
That sounds to be an agreeable outcome for him. Though his liberty is not the end of his rehabilitation. As his friend, please make certain he does not run afoul again of your father, child.
I'll look out for him. He certainly looked out for me.
Are you sure that you're alright with everything? I wouldn't want you to be caught up in the middle of all this. If you so much as said to call it off.
No, Meg, no, Meg, come on. No, are you kidding me? I mean, I couldn't be happier about it, really. You deserve this. As long as you're happy yourself, right?
Well, thank you, Dusa. You've always been so kind. I don't quite know what to say.
Hey, now, that's my line. Look, though, I better get going, but I just want to say this is great news, all right? Thank you for telling me.
You're right. And same to you.
What a run, chat. Go hand in everything. And let's discuss what build you want to see me attempt on the bow.
Totally worth it.
Because we're doing the bow next, chat. 25 darkness for 3 keys. Yes, that's okay. I mean, it's like a lot of gems. Okay. Okay, we're buying an extra dice roll, chat. I don't think anybody can blame me for this.
I feel different.
Can you imagine if this is Bo? Oh, chat. Thank you, RNG. What was that? A 1 in 6 chance of it being the weapon I was gonna pick, no matter what? Okay. Chat, okay. You know what?
Remember your past.
Let's go get 5 more Titan Blood. We're gonna max this weapon. So there's 3 different casts we could consider in order to play with the Bow of Hera. I think last time we did Dionysus as an example, so we're not gonna do that one again. There's also Athena, Poseidon, and Aphrodite. But those 3 are probably the speedrunner ones. So if you'd like to see any of those as the primary, just let me know, chat. I want to make sure it is entertaining for you.
Sure, why not? Here's the ambrosia.
Goodbye, all that ambrosia. So we'll just do another standard run, honestly. I'm not looking to push further. I'm pretty happy with what we have.
We've reached the limit.
So like fist-wise, we've maxed everything.
Need the rail.
Gun-wise, I could level this more, but Eris is my favorite, so I really don't need another one. Shield, I could level up Aspect of Zeus more, I guess. Spear, we completely maxed, sadly. Sword, I think we also completely maxed, except for Poseidon. Kinda crazy. Just let me know, chat, what one you want to see me use. So I'm going to be focusing on the cast first here, which is a bit riskier. So the intent behind it, chat, is if we go Aphrodite, we would take privilege status, and we'd want Demeter for every time we load a cast, we get the AoE ice damage. Otherwise, with Poseidon, we'd probably go with, maybe on our normal strike, it would be Artemis, and then our cast would be Poseidon, I think, and we'd want to get Parting Shot, which we got at the end in the previous run. Or alternatively, you have to think about it this way. Athena and Artemis can give you the ability to do your backstab damage from the front, which is the only way the cast build can really benefit from backstab. So that would be a very different approach to it. Thank you, Try. Hope you had a good time. Always appreciate your company. And I think from there, we would probably go for things like Zeus to potentially have bouncing casts for even crazier damage. Just let me know, chat. You gotta pick one. Meantime, I'll get used to the bow again. Actually, what gods did we not invite? I already forgot, chat. Who did we not invite?
New details of another prophecy.
Well, we need to see Demeter, which is fair. We're gonna be forcing her at some point. Backstab from the front, that sounds neat. Okay, we'll do Athena plus Artemis. So I don't want the Artemis cast. I'm okay with getting her special. It really, honestly, doesn't matter. I would just prefer it to be useful. So we'll start with Artemis. I'll do the backstab. That should be... Okay. I think everything is set up for this. So we'll take Artemis first, and we'll see what gods we get next. And then we are going to force Demeter. So we'll take Demeter third. So that way we invite her and can kind of conclude the saga. Demeter, we don't need to invite her. I mean, I don't blame you, chat. But we'll probably do Artemis into Athena into Demeter, I think. It's a shame we didn't get everybody's bonds by the end. I mean, we got a lot of them, as you could see. So I definitely tried. So we'll go for just Artemis fishing, I guess. If we end up with... Poseidon, I could still do Poseidon. So this opens it up a little bit, but I'll try to obey what the chat has. Grenadite, you just lost power? That is unfortunate. Is there a big storm in your area or something? Hopefully you're safe. We'll just do another one of these. I really don't need more heat. I mostly need darkness, actually. Yeah, we'll do the speedrun route again.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Time you learn the bearing of the gods, and to assert yourself. For this I have employed the greatest of the Greeks, or what became of him.
Is he just talking about Theseus? Oh, Hades, you're so far behind.
This one's for you, Achilles. You found me, Artemis.
I want a normal strike here.
A little hunting expedition, yeah? You'll do most of the work, but hey, I'll be with you in spirit.
I'll take her special. I really don't want her dash. We got her attack. Okay. This is fine. This is exactly what I want. That damage, though, is real. Did you enjoy that one shot, chat? Oh, he actually didn't die from that. Whoops. Damage miscalculation on my part.
Come on, then.
Ah, dang. You got away from me briefly. Our choices are health or gold. I'm gonna go for the gold. I want to get an early shop here if I can. Gonna recollect our cast, line up our shot, get the multi-hit. I almost dropped the shot there. Choices Chaos or Dionysus. I don't really want Dionysus right now. Sorry, Dionysus. Time to Chaos it up.
Let me have it.
So for chat not aware, I'm pausing to slow the timer down so I can think about things.
For through you I can tinker with reality along the fringes that are not yet fully formed.
Every time I use special, but I get more darkness and gems. Does this multiply the boss rewards? If this multiplies the boss rewards, this is actually stupid. Now, I think I would prefer cast here. Well, you know what? I gotta reroll. I should really reroll for cast.
How about some other boons instead?
Dang, I didn't get what I wanted. Dash has less range, but my damage is really high. I think I'm okay with this one. I'm okay with that one. Poseidon or Hammer. You know what, chat? I'm just thinking about if I want to do Poseidon cast. I'm going to try to obey your wishes, and I'm going to ignore Poseidon. As hard as that statement is, I'm going to ignore him. That's for you, chat. I thought about taking that Poseidon. Because he would be very useful for sure. Because he is our alternate backup build if things go wrong. Now the problem with this is this guy punishes short grabs. But we'll get through this. Triple shot, your attack fires in a 3-sped. Twin shot, your attack fires 2x2. I think I'll take the triple shot over the twin shot. I think at point blank, it will potentially triple hit. We'll go for this. So I could get Boldy here. Nothing I actually want in there. Let's go to Boldy. Poseidon cast is really good, chat. Chat did request Athena, though.
Must say, Prince Ed, the free life sure does have its perks down here. This place really isn't as bad as it's cracked up to be.
Okay, so I want to see how much darkness this gives
Glad
us.
to hear it, sir. But you're still here, the same as ever. Is it really all that different from the way it always was?
Well, it used to be I'd have to start heaving Boldy there at any point if the Fury Sisters decided to show up. But now, I just get to relax, chat a bit with the other shades, and...
This is the Reaper's power!
Chat, loving the Boldy. Let's see. I think this normally gives like 60, so it gave 70 that time.
You'd tell me if anything was on your mind, right, Boldy?
I'll lose some time to check what he gave us. Damage reduction? Okay. Oh, we got Aphrodite? Ooh. Aphrodite is actually kind of interesting here. Maybe on dash it could be useful.
It's that damn wretched sneak.
Almost got him. This isn't bad for crit damage.
I sense your heart is very full indeed. You positively emanate with love. You must have grown quite close to many dear to you. Perhaps so you may do the same with me? I'm so delighted to have seen your spirit shine.
I think that means we actually just got her bond. Sounded like she wants to increase the relationship. Maybe we did get every god we could, except for Hermes. I don't know what Hermes' deal is. Okay. So, here's another example where her cast is actually really, 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 really good with this build. And I will allow chat to think about it. Do you want to see an Aphrodite cast build? It's here. Or, alternatively, we'll take her dash, we get a guaranteed second ailment, and we'll still go Athena. I'm fine with whatever chat wants, but I want to leave it to chat. Because we have the perfect opportunity. We've gotten all the backup gods except for Athena. We can do whatever you want. Her passion dance is probably okay. It'll be our second status ailment. I think we could benefit from that to some extent. Well, let chat think about it. I don't want her call. Her call is sometimes useful to annoy Hades, for sure, because that'll stop his attacks. But what's better than stopping his attacks is just straight up murdering him. Although its damage isn't bad, I suppose. Just think about it, chat. I'm leaning towards Passion Dance to go with the chat. But I'll give the chat one chance to think about it. So Aphrodite, Athena is what I'm looking for one of them. Your cast gains any bonuses you have for striking foes from behind. So this one is needed for the other one, no matter what. So, you know what, chat? We're just gonna go with the original build. Let's not try to cop out. We'll take the dash. We got the Athena anyway. Rewarded apparently, chat. Are we gonna get the Athena?
Your struggles have not gone unnoticed, cousin. So take heart. Eternity awaits you once you finally break free.
If this is the cast, this would be so good. We got the cast of epic level. Chat, the game rewarded us for staying true. Gonna get that full heal.
That's a relief.
Choices of shop or gold. We're going to the shop. No worries. I understand there's a bit of stream delay.
Ron's breathing up ahead.
There's an Artemis. Oh, can I get their duo already? Oh my gosh, can I get their duo right now?
Should help keep me going.
It bought the power up! No! It selected the wrong one! Oh, I got robbed! Chat, look where I'm standing. That is so garbage. Look where I'm standing. How I missed it by like 1 pixel. I slid like right here. Damn, no Artemis. Big mistake. But hey, we got the cast damage up. Rip. I know, I hate that so much. I slid like slightly too far. Hate that. That's okay though. I'll still take the palm damage. We unfortunately might have missed out on the duo, but that's okay. I'll take this AoE damage, which as you can see is very good. Really nothing they can do about this.
You can't stop me.
I really want my dash back at some point. Oh, we got another Artemis anyway. Okay, rewarded. Really feeling my extra dash, chat. I'd really love it. We could get the duo here potentially. Wow, we got 2 amazing things. Oh my gosh, chat. What do you even say to this? I mean, this is the other passive we want to go for, but we got the other backup duo. I mean, I'm gonna take the backup duo. Okay, chat, I want to see for the gems here. I don't know if this counts against the timer or not. It might. But I'm just curious if the chaos reward applies to this. Wow, that damage is crazy.
Worthless wretches.
It does, to some extent. Nice. Yeah, this damage is going to be so dumb, chat. Don't look away. It might be over if you do. Ideally, I want to get Zeus at some point, or as I said, Demeter. We'll force Demeter at this point. Although, I still haven't gotten the duo I'm looking for. I guess I could still get Athena. Cast damage up, chat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, is that a shop though? It is a shop. Okay, I'm gonna take the shop. Hermes? We'll take Hermes.
Here's the fee.
Wealth per chamber, 16 this early. Although quick reload is also pretty solid. But you know what? I'm gonna take the money. I want the money more. 16 gold, so good.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
How many times is it going to take, Redblood? How many? Tell me, how can you stand running into me like this over and over?
Well, habits can be hard to break. As for how many times, I've really no idea. Though I guess there's one way to find out.
I'll give you one thing. I like it when my prey bites back. Come on, let's see some blood again. Ready?
Whoa, the damage. Did you see it? Oh my gosh. Whoa, our damage is really high, chat. It is really, really high.
Tell Meg I said hello.
It's a lot of damage. We don't even have the one I'm looking for yet, chat. I'm not at the one I was looking for yet, though. Oh my, chat. Oh my. We already have Artemis. I guess I could force Athena at this point.
Which to choose? Might help.
Another companion. I didn't even use one on the previous floor. My bad. Well, we got a free companion thanks to the side chamber, so that's nice. We're gonna be looking to spam some boldy here, chat.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Nice the palm. So again, our damage is really, really, really high if we crit. Case in point, that enemy died instantly. Case in point, that enemy died instantly. Case in point, that enemy died instantly. So we got all of the backup gods. So not the original build I was going for, but we will 100% take that.
Gods grant me strength.
There is no reason not to take extra cast damage every time. So we're gonna take extra cast damage every time. Choices are gold, health, or gold. Again, we'll take the trial.
We have an intruder.
I'm not even gonna take the centaur health. I don't think we need it.
No.
Huh? Oh, somebody spawned off screen. That's annoying.
Ah, that's enough.
Cheers.
I'm gonna go for the money. So that way I could take another early shot. We're gonna abuse our constant gold per chamber for sure. Wow, I only need one cast and that kills them instantly. What a damage difference, chat. If only we had more casts from Chaos. I actually really want to see a Chaos gate right now. Ideally, we'll get an Artemis at some point to get extra casts. Hermes or shop. Really don't need anything else from Hermes. We're gonna go for the shop. I got gold per chamber. That's all I really want. I'm looking for gods. Preferably Demeter. Random god, we'll take it. Attack and damage are stronger for the first 10 seconds in a room. Chat, shake your head. Oh no. Okay. We'll take that for room clear. I could buy the health, I don't want to. Oh look, another Athena, chat. So the first 10 seconds, our burst damage is completely out of control. Speaking of out of control,
You two again.
they rocked me right at the end.
Hey, Voldy. Oopsie. Goddess Athena. Olympus, I accept this message.
Chat, that was, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little mean of me. Also, chat, here it comes. Your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. Here it comes, chat. Here it comes. Oh, well, forced health, sure. Okay, so our already high crit damage can get multiplied by backstab. Ooh, I got stuck there for a second. I did 766 damage on a regular charge shot. That is insane. I didn't even power shoot it correctly. You can see our potential damage is completely out of control. What can they do? Poseidon or health? I'll take Poseidon. Please take the door. Thank you. Unfortunately, I think I started taking damage before I dashed, so that causes me to miss the door sometimes. Again, you can see I'm basically one or two shotting most enemies that spawn. Even with the armor, it doesn't help them. Due to the way the Haribo works, it's always going to hit twice, because it's the charge shot itself as well as then the cast. So I ignore their armor, essentially.
Little Hades, it appears that you are moving right along, almost at an uncanny pace. I wonder how you got to be so fast. Aquatic exercise?
So he's already talking about how quickly we are clearing. I could get a special, honestly. There's really no downside to this. Or I could get this. That's also kind of funny. Actually, chat, we're gonna go for this. That's kind of funny. Full heal, why not? Faithful twist, why not?
Goes in, that comes out.
Rarity up, sure. Our choices are shop or palm. We're gonna take the shop. So we have forced rarity on our next upgrade. Let's see what we got. Got an Artemis. Let's not overshoot.
Thank you, mate.
We can mark a foe. Chat. I'm so sorry. The support fire is nice on this build, but oh my, chat. Oh my. So now we can get our cast to crit, which is really good.
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
Let's see how much damage I do if I do this. Curiosity. Wow. That was such a fast next phase. That was almost a one-shot. What? Did that do 900 damage? One shot did 900 this early in the game? Oh my. Oh, I'm getting stunned.
Heads up.
Now the problem is I keep getting hit by lava, which is interrupting my attacks, or else they would be dead already. Where are my other casts at, by the way? Game, come on. What was that? Okay, fight over. Yeah, so I'm doing like 900 plus a shot with this combo, so this is really good. I just have to stop getting stun locked by the enemy, because they were interrupting my charge strikes. That's a lot of darkness, by the way. We'll fish here.
Come, fishies.
So again, I'm getting all the darkness I ever really need to finish my other builds, so I probably should have done this a little earlier. So we're gonna go for Demeter. She's the last god we have to invite, and we can benefit from her.
I trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
Huh? I didn't use the fountain. Thought I did before I touched that. More purple? Why not?
I'll take this one.
Damage versus armor? Why not? I can afford it thanks to Side Chamber. There's really no reason not to purchase those upgrades. Our upfront damage is insanely high. So this isn't quite what I was going for, but still pretty happy with it. I'm actually really looking for another Hermes. I want to dash, actually. Gold or palm? I think I'm going to take the palm. Yeah, his legendary would be super useful here for sure. I'm sorry, was that just 2 arrows to kill a spearman? Chat.
Good enough to need.
Okay, more cast damage. That's kind of tempting. Backstab damage is going to be very useful if we could get more Aphrodite. We're basically just fishing for duos. Like, we just need their duo, and then we're set. I think the cast damage is still useful overall. I'm going to see what this is. Health up, don't even need it. Don't care. Hermes, nice. I was just talking about him. Extra dash, super useful here.
Okay.
Again, hoping we really get more chaos or something that gives us extra casts. So if we, for example, ended up double downing on Artemis, we can end up getting her legendary, which gives 3 extra casts. That would be our true damage potential. Speaking of our true damage potential, did you enjoy that one shot? That did 620 damage. I don't know why. We're not gonna, you know what? We're not gonna worry about it. It's just gonna do whatever damage it wants, chat.
That chill you were expecting from the air, that wasn't Demeter this time here, boss. No, that was just me whisking to you in a flash. Makes for a little pleasant breeze, I think.
He's remarking that we don't have Demeter. We got extra dash. What would be more useful? Multi-dash or dash and sturdy? I think it's actually dash and sturdy. I'm gonna take this. The shop or hammer? We're really missing some powers. I'm actually gonna go to the shop. Again, we're really hoping for one of the 3 gods we already have. Random god? Well, sure.
I commend you for your efforts.
Ooh, we got Athena, but nothing useful. That is such a shame. Oh, we got 1 reroll. Let's reroll.
I'd like to see more options.
And we didn't get anything we wanted. But hey, we could get her call, technically. That's a shame, chat. She didn't give us what we needed. We'll take this, though.
Always hits the spot.
Oh, Demeter? We'll take Demeter. Yeah, 6 casts on this thing would be so busted. How dare something like that? How dare it, chat? Get out of here.
Hope Mother knows what she's doing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Demeter, this is for you.
What's all of this, young Zagreus? A message of some sort for me indeed. I can't decipher it, although it bears the marks of my 2 foster brothers here. And, well, it seems we'd better compare notes.
Okay, I want her ability to do frost damage and AoE. I will take her special, because I'm never going to use it, so it doesn't matter.
That was the last of the invitations.
I did not receive anything useful.
Once I get home.
I think I would rather take Ravenous Will if it's between these, because this is just free damage. I mean, her special's not bad for another status ailment, but I think I'd rather have that. Choice of a hammer? Let's take the hammer.
I'm empty.
You can already see our cast damage is enough to one-shot the butterflies. So damage-wise, we have everything we need. Hold special for up to 250% base damage, minimum range reduced. Dang, this actually would have been so...
This one is special.
So godlike if we had taken the Demeter special. This actually would have been broken. But we'll take this. Point blank shot is really good with our current one. It's not a bad backup. Another Demeter. Okay. Another chance, chat. We got exactly what I was looking for, chat. We now got our double status ailments of weak and freeze, and that AoE is not to be underestimated.
The winter's chill.
And Aphrodite, we want this for sure. We should be able to get their duos.
Just getting started.
You can already see it paying off immensely. So that's going to help us deal the last little bits of damage we need to do to kill like these weak enemies, for example.
My Lady Aphrodite, once more you've graced me with your presence and your favor, which inspire the best from me. Let this modest gift of ambrosia signify I am forever in your debt.
My little godling, I'd say you've honored me more More times than I could count, but that would be a lie now, wouldn't it? I so admire your devotion and your perseverance. If ever you do reach us on Olympus, I should very much enjoy getting to know you even better then.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Ooh, we didn't get their duo, even though we should have very much qualified for it at this point. We'll do damage versus weakened foes up, because this is just free damage. Unfortunate. Demeter, Artemis duo, we are 100% taking that, but I'm going to take the purple well first. Health up. Extra cast, chat. Let's go. We're taking Artemis first. There's a Chaos. I was looking for Chaos earlier.
You're very kind.
Wow, we still didn't get their duo. Let's get a generic crit chance going, because you can see our damage is already insane.
If you are so disinterested in my generosity, young Zagreus, then you shall have my wrath.
So we're more likely to trigger that Aphrodite duo anyway.
Lady Demeter, apologies.
I don't know why it shot so sideways to me. That was actually weird. Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
I am the eldest of Olympus, Zagreus.
I'll take her special at this point,
Expect for you to treat me suitably.
because I could just get a free status ailment. I might as well take this one. Not bad. Choices of Shop or Demeter. We're gonna go take Chaos.
Might as well.
If I could get an extra cast here, this will be huge for us. I love my health per chamber, negating the Chaos.
In the name of Hades.
You face more foes but get an extra cast, chat. Oh no. What a penalty in giant air quotes. Do we have a choice to shop? Let's go to shop.
Wasn't me.
We get another Aphrodite, why not, chat?
Cheers, mate.
Ooh, we didn't get the other thing we're looking for, but being able to inflict revenge damage is not bad. I'll take that over nothing. We might as well heal ourselves. So still didn't get the Athena Aphrodite that I'm looking for. But hey, we tried. We got still really high damage.
Upon my faith, you'll take not one more step toward the light of day. Are you prepared to be sent screaming back to the hellish darkness? Lord Ares, lend me your
Woo! Woo! Helpful Marius, he needs it. Ooh, did you see those crits, chat? Goodbye.
That'll do.
Good day, sir. 255 darkness.
Thanks to your support.
We won thanks to the Shade support, chat. So I have to be using a lot more Boldy. I have way too many Boldy still.
Elysium ought to be harder to escape than that.
I'll take the random one. Movement speed, not the best.
One more stop.
Yeah, our damage, again, chat, we didn't even get the duo I'm looking for. But it doesn't matter. We got one of the backup ones. That's the nice thing about being flexible with the build, chat. Sometimes you just do whatever it gives you. Just go with the flow, I guess.
Nicer outside than it is in here.
I wish I had slightly faster dash attacks there. I guess more dash would have been useful. That's not bad. There's no point to even checking the shop, I think, at this point. I could see there's an Artemis and a Poseidon. All I really need to know. We have another Artemis chance here, so I might as well just do that.
Let's see what's in
Because we
here.
could potentially get her legendary, I think.
Oh, I hate this stuff.
A little annoying. Got through it eventually. Again, our backstab damage pretty high, and I can very easily get 2 status ailments on them if I want. Between the AoE freeze and the close range dash, I think we could do this.
A curse of chaos has expired.
Nice. We fight less enemies. That damage was insane. My least favorite room in the game with a weapon that needs really specific positioning. Not the best combo, I will say. That crit damage was insane. Oh my gosh, they got deleted. I didn't even see the enemy that was over there. That was annoying.
In the name of Hades.
I think I will take probably support fire for now. Just free damage.
Had quite enough here, thanks.
Poseidon was 150. I'm going to save up for Artemis if we can, because I could still potentially get her legendary. Now, of these choices, I think the best call would be gold, because that'll afford me the Artemis in case this is the exit. You can see the burst damage on it is pretty high. Got a purple well. Okay. Might as well use it, because I still got gold per chamber.
Not yet.
Restore health, exactly what I wanted. Another boon, another companion. I gotta use the companions. We're gonna use this for healing as well as free money. We did find the exit. I'm gonna waste a boldy here. Or I'm gonna waste 2 boldies, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna go for the exit. 792 is very high. I think I'm still gonna go for the Artemis here. I really want her legendary.
Here's the fee.
Yes! Chat, yes! Oh, look at that. It's not 3, but it's 2. Good enough. Time. Oh, chat. You ready for some damage? I'm ready for some damage. Let's go. Let's fish first. So many casts. Hey, Hades. I got something special for you. It's not a gutfish. That's mine. But you can have all of those casts.
The monster's solitary weakness, Satyrs Axe, proved terribly effective once again.
So we have very easy access to 2 status ailments. So we got the legendary, which was one of the other backups for the backups. If we stand behind the opponent and back attack them, our damage is insane. We got some small crit chance on our other things, so we might have insane damage spikes, like upwards of 1,000. So keep an eye out, chat. See if you can see the damage spike whenever we crit.
Again, you draw me from all my responsibilities back at the house.
Hades, you want us to do that. That's your fault, Hades. I would summon help, Hades. You're gonna need it.
It's called showing affection to your children.
Oh, he teleported.
Teach me more then.
Oh my gosh. That damage was so high, chat. Wow. I don't even care if he kills me here, chat. Doesn't matter. We're gonna dash through and cast him.
Come on and die.
Let's go.
Don't care.
Oh, you.
I'm right here. You wish to anger me.
Oh my god, did you see the chat? That was like 3k. Oh, that was like 3k. Oh my gosh, that was like 3k. Goodbye. Oh my gosh. It was like boom. He exploded.
I failed to you again. How?
Chat, Boldy would have actually been slower than that damage. He died so fast. I wasn't expecting his phase 2 to go that fast. I don't think Boldy would have reached him in time. He died so fast, chat. That had to be...
That was as fast as I've gone.
13 minutes, 49 seconds, 77 milliseconds. Bo takes the lead again. It goes, you are not upstaging me, other weapons. Rethink how broken Bo is. I don't want to hear anybody say Bo is underpowered. Look at that damage. Are you going to tell me that's underpowered? Look at that clear time. 13 minutes, chat. 13, 49, 77. It is a almost whole minute faster than everything else that we've done so far. And that was very convincing time-wise. What an amazing run. We had almost everything going. The sad part is, chat, we could have had one more duo with Aphrodite. And I'm just making sure. Did I just mistake something we could do with Aphrodite? Passion Dash would have counted, and we had the cast. So we would have technically been able to get Parting Shot, which is bonus backstab damage to 25%, but our cast would have been able to do backstab damage. We did not get that as the backup. However, the Demeter AoE with 6 casts was doing 300 damage every time I loaded up, and put 6 frost stacks on the boss. So we had them basically in perma status ailment territory. Now, I don't think I had privileged status on, unfortunately. I probably should have swapped specifically for this build, but clearly it didn't matter. Clearly, chat, it did not matter. The damage, insane. We got a lot of levels into our cast, which is extremely ideal. We got a couple levels into our backup of a normal attack, which again was doing upwards of 800 damage on a power shot, or just if it backstrikes, it did that much. So what a phenomenal run, chat. I hope you enjoyed that bow build. I really doubt we are ever going to top that run before we beat the game. In fact, this might be the end of the game. So what a way to potentially end the Hades runs, a sub 14-minute run. I think world records are in the 7-minute region. So just to give you an idea, we have gotten really, really close on quite silly bonuses. We don't even have like completely maxed things. So funny. And I'm talking to chat, so I'm not even going potentially as fast as I could because I'd like to explain things as we go. But man, oh man, we got to see this thing's power. Why you focus Artemis on cast builds. Those 2 extra casts make such a big difference. And as you could see, Hades stood no chance, and we had so many Boldies left over. I'm so sorry, Boldy. The rooms were just clearing so quickly, it didn't make sense to do it. 425 darkness, chat.
Never enough.
It is never enough. Well, I guess we can afford some ult builds now. So we have almost everything open to us at this point. 7 minutes, chat, yeah.
Zagreus then carelessly fell off a precipice or something, plunging him into the rapids of the Styx.
No.
If you're wondering, chat, it does require really good resets to get that low. To get to like 9 minutes is not too terrible.
Thank you, thank you.
But it definitely involves knowing which rooms to take and how to manipulate enemy spawns. So we're mostly not manipulating enemy spawns, so we're losing maybe like 35 seconds to a minute per area. So I think in theory, if I learn how to do it, we could maybe get a sub 10 run, to be honest with you. But the general theory behind it, I don't think I talked about it on stream before, is that the game will force enemies to spawn a certain distance from you normally. So you'll see if you watch people speedrunning it, they'll hug like a far corner or a far wall so that the enemy spawns in the middle. Therefore, it forces them to be just a lot closer to the exit, and or stops them from being spread out when they spawn. They purposely take very specific positions in different rooms, and that's how they save minutes of time. Not an exaggeration. It saves so much time to do it because you don't have to worry about hunting them down and then dashing back, which potentially is like 5 or 6 seconds a room that happens in. You have to think of it that way.
I have your back, no matter what.
So, chat, I think we sent out invitations to everybody.
Mother.
Is this...
Zagreus.
This is the end of the game, chat. I think we earned it.
It's done, Mother. Father, the invitations. Personally sent to everyone with whom I've been in contact. So what do we do now?
Excellent, Zagreus. Congratulate him, Hades. On a job well done.
Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction?
It's known as trust, Hades. Or faith. They're similar. Try one sometime. It'll be good for you. As for what we do next, why, we've a great big feast we must prepare.
This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or... the faith thing that you said.
Yes, good. Now then, we have a lot of work to go around. So why don't we call everyone on staff and let them in on this, and dole out suitable responsibilities, all right?
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thus did all of Olympus journey deep into the underworld, all together for the very first time. The Queen Persephone revealed herself in all her splendor, much to their surprise, and told them everything she indicated to her son. She eloped with Grim Lord Hades, she said, mothering a fire-stepping prince who sought to reconnect with his extended family. Hades and Persephone at first refused his wish, but so moved were they by his relentless struggles to the surface that at last they decided to heed their willful Zagreus and reach out, for his and everybody's sake. The Olympians listened to all this in stunned silence. Then Zeus himself began to laugh. "Welcome back into the family," he said. After the shock subsided, the festivities began.
I say, big brother, you and your better half put on a positively smashing night. It's a relief for all of us, knowing Persephone is safe and sound. And mother to as noble of a son as my good nephew there. Well, little brother, the Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained. Oh, of course, Hades. Now then, farewell, and let us keep in better touch from here. Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the house of Hades, it required thorough cleansing, from the rafters to the floor. Such revelry, of course, is unbecoming of the name of Hades, and the fearsome reputation of the underworld. For if mortals were to have no fear of death, then they would have no fear of anything at all. A well-kept family secret, then, this would live on to be.
Family reunited.
Whew. I'd say that went about as well as could have been expected. And the cleanup wasn't all that bad. For the most part.
Well, fortunate Uncle Zeus seemed to catch on right away and went along with it. But this whole elaborate tale you spun... I remember how hurt I felt when I found out Father lied to me about you. Now we're lying to Olympus. What if they find out? Even if they don't, I don't like it.
Zagreus, I may not be an expert, but here's what I've come to understand about how families work. At least our own. The thing is, how we speak to one another is even more important than the words we use. I think, deep down, everyone in our family knows this.
You're saying they all knew you weren't being perfectly honest and went along with it anyway. I guess the pomegranate thing in particular was a bit of a stretch.
The common ground in our family is that we want peace. Besides Ares, though even he would rather the conflict occur elsewhere. That elaborate tale, it's less a deception and more a concession. A way of saying, let's move on from the past and start anew. No hard feelings.
You don't have hard feelings? What about Father? What about Demeter?
Well, let's see. My hard feelings are nothing next to the joy of having my son in my life. Your father never imagined his relationship with me could be out in the open. And my mother, she's just glad I'm alive.
And Uncle Zeus is glad things didn't turn out worse for him. I get the sense he acts a bit impulsively at times and deals with the consequences later.
What can I tell you, Zagreus? We're family. You've said it yourself to me before. We're stuck with one another. That any of us like each other in the slightest. It's a wonder and a blessing, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks, Mother. Think I'll be heading out again soon. See you when I get back.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Prophecy fulfilled, chat. Let's talk to Dusa.
Say, Dusa, in your work around the house, you wouldn't happen to have run into a Skelly character out in the courtyard there, have you?
Oh my gosh.
Not really, because my work is in the house itself, and while the courtyard technically, it's kind of right outside, so I'm supposed to stay inside the walls, but I think I know who you mean. I've seen him, standing there just past your chamber doors. Why? Is he okay?
Chat, I'm gonna make that a slash moment. I cannot believe we have beaten the game and we're just asking about Skelly. I cannot believe this. I'm in complete shock. Oh my gosh. I can't even, chat. My brain, I
think so. I hope so.
I cannot believe this. Oh my gosh.
The stalwart casks of wine within the House of Hades now are almost entirely devoid of content, having bravely stood against the combined thirst of the Olympians during a certain feast.
Chat, you cannot make this stuff up. Like, it's one of those things we have to take a moment of it.
They fought bravely, but Lord Dionysus was too strong. Here's what I caught.
Okay.
All right then.
I'm actually pretty low on Ambrosia, and I'm out of Titan Blood, which is kind of crazy.
Come off it, Zag. Are you really going to act all uncomfortable every time you see me now? More than usual, I mean.
No, it's just, I felt terrible turning you away. It's just, I've been so confused lately, and I trust you. You're someone I can talk to. I guess I'm afraid to lose that.
Don't be an idiot, and you won't. We've been through a lot together. Grown, maybe. This particular relationship, it can't die so easily, I think.
Thanks, Meg. How are you and Chaos getting on lately, Nex? Sounds like they expected an awful lot from you before. That you should shine as bright as day, something like that. I can't imagine.
To shine was never quite my strongest suit. During the dawn of creation, there was much to do. This place, all that you see around you, it was more my leaning. Chaos understands that better now. As for me, the work helped me to know which limits I have.
What limits are those? You seem capable of anything. Probably even shining bright.
Come, child. We each have our limits.
Not me.
Have you seen the other guy? Have you seen the other guy? It says guy that died in a brawl.
Still can't get over our gift from the Olympians. It's glorious.
I'm glad I came over here.
A majestic gilded edifice of Mount Olympus, crafted with the utmost care from the true mountain stone, now shines forever brightly, even in the dim light of the House of Hades, as a parting gift from the Lord Master's kin.
The handiwork of Lord Hephaestus himself. Sounds like he's been rather busy.
Chat. We still never finished Patroclus before the end of the game. So it went from Zeus trolling to Patroclus trolling, although Zeus still trolled in the end. He got me with the railgun. He got me. Does anything happen if I go in their bedroom? Let's take a look. Oh, there's that guy. Yeah, how about no? When I'm completely done with the game, we'll buy you. But there's still a lot I could purchase from the mirror. So, nah, right chat, nah.
I don't know how you shades handle it, honestly.
I thought this would do something, but it doesn't really seem to. Chat, I'm gonna be real honest. How am I gonna top the previous run that we did? Oh, we could talk to the dog.
We're all very proud of you, boy. You were so well behaved at the feast. I was worried sick one uncle or the other was going to set you off at some point, but you were patience incarnate. Thanks for helping show our extended family a good time.
How infernal Cerberus, the Hound of Hell, managed to maintain civilized behavior throughout the duration of the recent feast remains a mystery to all who attended.
You want more pets? I've got more pets here, boy.
Next.
So, let's have a look both at the prophecy list as well as the mirror.
Who am I to question fate?
That's a lot of ambrosia.
We're one big happy family. No issues whatsoever.
Customer loyalty? How did I not complete this one? I've seen the Flame Wheels release, and Touch of Sticks I thought we also picked up already. Oh well. Right, chat? Oh well. If I really want 15 Titan Blood, I guess I can go for this to finish it up. I did deny the Spread Fire. Don't remember Ricochet Fire or Seeking Fire, to be honest. Quake Cutter, I think we saw literally once. Exploding Launcher, I think we saw literally once, and that was at the extreme beginning of the game. We haven't seen it since then. Dashing Flight. I'm surprised we haven't gotten that one. We've seen that a couple times. And Curse Slash I had to turn down, I think, twice, because I was not a build that would have won with that at all. And we never got to see Assault with Chaos, even though we visited Chaos so many times, and we rerolled him several times. Absolutely ridiculous, chat.
What's up, boyo?
Please do not ask me anything about the mother. Please be something relevant.
You must have had yourself a real bash with all those fancy gods and stuff. Could hear all the festivity from all the way out here. How was it, pal?
It went better than expected, all in all. I hope you didn't feel left out. It was a pretty limited guest list. Kind of a diplomatic mission, I would say. Not quite as good a time as it might have sounded from the outside.
Oh, don't you even worry about me there, pal. I much prefer the solitary life. And besides, when things are good for you, they're good for me. Glad everything worked out.
Same here.
So you got a gun, boyo? Exactly, chat. Wow. If we... Well, I'm not going to say if we play again. We will play again. I think we'll try...
There you go, Batty.
A new companion in the future. I can convert these Ambrosia to Titan Blood if I need it, but I only need potentially 2 or 3 more Ambrosia. Presumably 1 for Hermes, 1 for Demeter. Don't remember who gave us the coin. Oh, Hypnos. How did we not finish Hypnos? Man, Hypnos was like stalling out on us, chat. Obviously, Achilles, Patroclus get wrecked forever. We only really need 4 Ambrosia for the rest of the game. I think maybe 5. Maybe if I have to get Patroclus as well as Achilles. So anything from here on out is just for something new. So I think if we play again, we'll try with the Meg Companion, which is just ridiculous damage. Although chat does love Boldy, so we'll leave it as is. He's up to date for now, I think is an accurate statement, chat. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it for Hades. We're still gonna stream a little more. But like how am I gonna top it in the run? I had like the 6 best runs I've ever had. Well, the gun one was not technically the best I've ever had, but 6 of the top 10 runs I've ever done.
Just minding my own business.
All back to back. I can't top it, chat. Several, like, look at the time difference. Went from 37 minutes to 16, 17, 17, 14, 14, 13. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, John. I can't top that. So I think what we need to do is let's talk about how we feel about Hades.
and this will be the official conclusion to the Hades playthrough. Now, I'm not going to say we're not going to pick it up again, but I'm willing to put more of a little bit of a break. We might take a break from Hades, and, you know, we'll still come back and do some challenge runs for sure. But man, oh man. Yeah, we'll try Extreme Hades at some point, for sure. Anything the chat wants to see, we'll probably do. But it will not be a major focus, I think, for a little bit. I want a little bit of a break. I don't know what I'll end up doing in the meantime, but I'll think about it. So let's talk about Hades, chat, and talk about favorite runs, favorite moments, pros, cons, what you'd like to see in the future. We'll note it all down. But I think for now, chat, I don't think I could top that. It was like the best runs I have ever done, almost literally. Well, very literally 3 times in a row, actually. So let's go ahead and turn the game off for a little bit. But what we're gonna do, I realized that I did that at some point. Let's go to Let's Chat, and let's give the official playthrough a proper send-off. So let's give a little bit of a breakdown. We'll play some Hades in the background as we discuss Hades. So let's talk about I guess the journey to get here. We'll talk about the game experience, because I feel like that's something we haven't touched upon in a while. So I will say, for new players, this game is a really, really rough early game. In fact, like, I thought the early game was so hard to get into in terms of the nuance that you needed. I was worried that it was going to be like a super high difficulty game. And I could see a lot of people that only try it for an hour to 2 hours will be completely turned off from the game. And I don't blame them. I honestly also thought I was going to end up dropping the game. But you can thank Kirk for getting us here, because he really likes the game. And I'm like, you know what? If Kirk likes it, I'm going to keep going for a bit. You know, I know there are a lot of mechanics that I haven't seen yet. Maybe the game will get better. And the game got better. Around the 5th run, we ended up getting the call feature, which was extremely important. I started getting enough nectar in order to get keepsakes, so I stopped getting less garbage god RNG, and we slowly started unlocking more and more mirror passives. And by like run number 15, run number 20, I think the game felt right. Like, I feel like I was having fun with it at that point. I don't know if I was having fun the first 8 runs, because I do think I died to Hades on like run 6 or something stupid, or run 4. And I don't think I won until run 10. But until I got past that middle stretch, I will say it was a very rough game to get through. And for people that are picking it up and are turned off, I completely understand, because I was 100% the same way. So now we were still feeling things out. There's so many different powers to learn about because again, I wanted to not look up anything until after we beat the game. So without looking up anything, spoiler-free, at least up until our first win of Hades, I had no idea what any of the duos did. I had no idea what any of the boons did. So it's just a lot of information gathering for the first 20 hours of gameplay or so. And it kind of got there. I found things that I liked, and then those preferences changed as I unlocked different mirror passives. So I started to prefer different casts, for example. Now that I had things where like extra casts in the target give us percentage damage, or I started preferring certain weapons because I started getting both room regen and the backstab. And I feel like the build diversity started to open up, not at the very end, we didn't need to go all the way to the final mirror slot, but the second to last one, I think really opened up a lot of diversity, for sure. And I think I did have fun for the most part. I had fun for about another 20 runs or so, where everything was still new. I was still finding new god powers constantly finding something new. I was just unlocking the next tier of the mirror, and then I was learning about the flip side of things, and I was taking some look at those. And, you know, I'm still advancing the relationships, and the game had its second major misstep for me. The NPC dialogue in this game is both very well written and interesting, and the way it is implemented is one of the worst I have ever seen, and it is completely atrocious. I mean, like, when we beat the game and Skelly was telling us how to beat armored units, or we literally got the epilogue of the game and then we're asking them if they've seen Skelly before on at least run 70. Like, you've got to be kidding me. There are so many ways they could have done that better. That backlog was terrible. They should have just let you achieve the side. Like, I get the idea was to get you playing longer, I guess, but I feel like that really made it hard to recommend because it has like a really hard early game. The mid game is not bad. And then getting to late game, it just drags because you want to be done with the game. You want to get to the story. And if you're doing well in the early game, where it's already like not giving you enough to get there, but you get through, you know, through skill or luck, you beat Hades, it just takes forever to get those side quests going. I mean, how many times did we have to talk to like Orpheus and Sisyphus in order for them just to like acknowledge that we have the Pact of Punishment to release them? Like, that was just like borderline. I swear we talked to them like at one point 8 times in a row just to get them to advance to the point where we would be told there is a way to do it, even though we've had other side quests where we know that that's what's done. And it just felt really frustrating from like the lack of player agency when it came to the plot. And we clearly saw that the NPCs were stuck when I was playing. We clearly saw the dialogue was so backed up, and there is no reason for it to be like that at all. Yeah, I don't know if they just planned for you to lose like 4 or 5 runs between successful runs for the first 50 runs or 80 runs, but it is not paced for a player like me. And I feel like for players that don't pick up the game as quickly, it also feels too hard. So I feel like the same people that really struggled in the beginning are like, man, I can't do this. Like, this is really hard. Like, I feel like I don't have enough health. I feel like I don't have enough damage. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and there's so many things to learn. So I feel like it kind of fails, honestly. Like, if we're being really objective about it, I feel it really fails on both of those really early on. You never ran into a backlog and I die much faster than me. I was stuck in a sea of backlog. I know. Just 30 runs in, they're just talking about Persephone. My favorite one is Persephone was at Hades' desk, and we go up to Nyx and we're like, what was Persephone like? And I'm like, come on. You're killing me. Oh man, the backlog was so bad, chat. So again, like, mileage will vary, but I feel like at the same time, it definitely... Just the way that things unlocked in this game, whether it's the side quests or the great one is first using Titan Blood. Why did the game wait so long to give you Titan Blood? Isn't winning a run with it enough at that point to at least unlock for that weapon? Like, wouldn't that have been the incentive? Is just like, once you beat it once with the weapon, then you get to experience its alternates. Like, wouldn't that have made a lot more sense in a roguelike where the intent is to play the game multiple times to give you another reward? Or like, how long was I sitting on Ambrosia and Diamond? I feel like I didn't use it until like run 35. I mean, I didn't get a companion until like, what, the last 30 runs? Like, that Ambrosia was useless for me, chat. I literally beat the game, didn't use it, and then beat the game 12 or 14 more times, and I think I barely got 1 Ambrosia at that point. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. By the time you can use Titan Blood, you have so much stocked up you can't even be able to use it yet. I know, it makes no sense. It just... Yeah, exactly. It should have given you a companion. I think Skelly was supposed to be the first companion you get, based off of like how frequent you are to like, or how likely you are to talk to him. And I really hate that he makes you max the sword in order to do it. I know they were going for a joke, but I still won't forgive him for that. I was thinking that was completely terrible. Now, I will say there were definitely some very unbalanced gods. We found some gods were a lot more useful than others. I feel like Dionysus was really nice in the beginning, but he fell off when we unlocked Demeter's Decay, specifically. And he's still useful in some scenarios, like for bow, to make it a little safer. But it's really, really hard to compete with Artemis. I feel like almost every god that had a duo with Artemis was top tier. Every single god that had a duo with her, broken. Like, just think about it, chat. Artemis, Poseidon, parting shot. I'll skip this song. So just think about it that way, chat. The Poseidon duo, absolutely broken. Then you have to think about it this way. Artemis, Aphrodite, damage, completely off the charts and broken. Completely broken. You have Zeus, Artemis, which is the lightning rod, which is like one of the freest wins ever. It is so free. It is so ridiculous. I just feel like every build benefited from Artemis, and there's kind of like no reason not to take her as like your third god, if not the primary, because she's just that powerful. Her duos are just so powerful. And Aphrodite kind of had like the inverse. I feel like when you didn't know duos, she's really great because her individual powers are fine, but a lot of her other things just suck compared to the other characters. Like getting the raw weak damage on hit is okay, but it's not as good as getting the duo or the legendary, which is fine. You can have different tiers for like knowledge of the game, and I think that's acceptable. I think where we come into the problem with it is that some of the gods just had no synergy with each other, and or they just didn't really work with the majority of the game mechanics. And I'll give you a god that, albeit has some very powerful combinations, is one that's really awkward and I think just really doesn't work. Ares. Ares, I think, is one of the worst gods. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I don't like his dash. I don't like his call. I don't like his cast. I very situationally like his special, and I slightly less situationally like his normal. And I feel like he is so hard to use unless you use duos. And I think it's just like one of those things where there's a lot of mechanics you have to kind of learn through brute force. I mean, I guess you could use the codex, which we never looked at, but I mean from like the pick up and play standpoint, which is how I played through the game. When I see something say it gives attack percentage or special percentage or cast percentage, I would assume no matter what the god power is on one of those slots, it should receive that bonus. And the game doesn't work like that. And I feel like that's really unfortunate. I wish they wrote in a rule to make it have some scaling. Like, I wish it said, like, if its attack percentage is 20, even if it was like, but on hit only benefits 10% or something like that. Just something so it didn't feel like, if I was going like a Dionysus Ares, hypothetically, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you were hypothetically going for a Dionysus Ares, they don't benefit from like any of those other passives. And like, I like that they tried to fix that with Dionysus, which is like really weird because I think Dionysus might be one of the weaker gods. Like, he's really great for the beginning when you have no mirror passives, no duos, no RNG manipulation. So again, like, you can have like the early game gods versus like the true late game gods. You can always debate about the tiers. But I think what the big difference between him and an Ares, and why I think Dionysus works more, is that more often than not, if I'm not sure what I want as a dash, I always had Dionysus dash as an easy go-to. Or if I was very early in the game, his cast, super good. And honestly, his call isn't bad. It helps crowd control, and that's actually extremely important for some of the harder aspects of the game, like the Saturden. I'm sure a lot of people hate the Saturden here. So he had all the answers to a lot of very common problems and had damage reduction to help new players get through. And more importantly, his legendary worked on every aspect, whether it's his normal, his special, his cast, his call, because it was generic percent bonus. And if you look at Ares and why Ares just doesn't work for me as a god, his own passives don't work on his boons. He's a god you like pray to only get his passives, I guess, at the end, but it feels really bad when you get a lot of Ares. You want like 3 powers from him max if you're going Doom. That's it. Like, his legendary only applies to his dash, his cast, and his call, and none of those apply Doom. If there was a way he could apply Doom on those as a backup, maybe that would have made sense. But, like, I feel like he's one of the worst gods, for sure. I like the concept of Doom as the status ailment. It just, his own abilities had no synergy with themselves, and it was very disappointing. Or if you think about it this way, on-hit damage can crit or benefit from raw percentage ups. So, again, like, I'm gonna mention Artemis. Even though they don't really have a duo with each other, the crit percent chance just means you get it more often. Excuse me, Jack. Ooh, excuse me. So, I don't know. I feel like mechanically he's one of the worst gods. I mean, chat can agree or disagree. I'm not saying his abilities are useless. I just feel like they had no synergy with themselves. Where, like, if I'm going for an Athena and I'm stacking a lot of Athena, Athena is like, man, I'm not doing so hot with the build, so I need to play really defensive. And all of her passives benefit defensive. Like, if you're getting killed a lot, you get free Death Defiance, or you get more health on Death Defiance, or you get more invulnerability. You basically get more chances. Athena's your worst god. Artemis is probably favorite, followed by Poseidon. Right, and I feel like Athena was like, she's better than I thought she was. I didn't realize her cast had quite such a big AoE, so she went up a little bit in my personal preferences list for sure. I still don't like to focus on her, so she'll almost always be a secondary god. Like, again, Ares, Athena, extremely strong. But in terms of, like, am I dying to use her most of the time? Not really. Like, think about it this way. Who did I pair up Athena with? I paired up with Artemis, who's so top tier that she could go with anybody and win. So it's like, is anybody surprised? Like, yeah, Artemis makes every build win. So you could do anything with Artemis. It doesn't matter. You could pair it with anything. So I would say in terms of, I guess, overall utility, in terms of being able to win a run, I do have to say Zeus got a lot better for me as I understood the game mechanics. He's still not really good for slow weapons on terms of his special or his normal, but I think I vastly underestimated how much damage percentage I can apply to his cast, and then also vastly underestimated how much damage his call can do. His greater call doing 50% of Hades' health with almost nothing else. You don't even need jolted, it just does that much damage. Honestly is like a run saver. And I feel like Poseidon was like that too. I just feel like Poseidon is more generically useful than Zeus. But if you know what you're doing, I feel like Zeus will be more useful than Poseidon. I feel like that's a safe statement. And what's nice about it is if you like Poseidon Dash, which hands down, best dash in the game, no contest at all. There's no disagreement to the statement at all. It is so powerful. It literally can beat bosses by itself. It is slam damage, it is stun, it fixes a lot of weapons, and potentially also applies status ailments. But it also has really great duo synergy, which you also have to realize if you're gonna rank the dashes. Like, that Poseidon dash can benefit from Zeus's Storm Brothers, I think it was called, or something like that, where every time I do a pushback effect, it applies lightning. So you already have a really solid potential top 3 god Zeus pairing really well with Poseidon, who I think is probably top 5. I think I might have to list Artemis as number 1. After that, it's a little shakier for me. I have to think about, like, overall utility, but those are very easily for me the top in the top 3, if not the top 3, or in the top 5, if not the top 3. As I said before, Demeter is another one of those gods where I really don't want a lot of her powers. I feel like if they tweaked her just a little bit more, I would have liked her a lot more, and I would have put her easy 5th. I feel like her decay is so powerful and it validates Dionysus, so it's really hard to put Dionysus on a high tier because Demeter just does everything he does better if you know how to get to her decay. And yeah, her Snow Burst has really great synergy with all the cast-based builds. Her cast itself is not good, I feel like it's a trap. I feel like if it had started with frost stacks by itself, it would have been fine. But the fact that you're getting into so early game, it's not a trap. When you're in the late game and you're missing out on 50% damage by not being able to put your cast into somebody, that damage difference that it provides you has to be so fantastically high in order to compensate for 50% less damage. And I just can't agree that her cast can do that. Even if you focus it, I don't think it can ever reach that degree. Like, just true statement. It's so much investment just to get what you would have with one boon from any of the other top 5 gods. So I'm like arguably maybe putting Athena in the top 5, because Athena is another god where her special and normal attack are okay on most builds. The dash just makes a lot of weapons that are very bad safe. And her call is situationally very good in the top tier builds. For sure. That's what I'm thinking about. I have to think about if I'm forgetting any other gods. We talked about Aphrodite. We talked about Dionysus. Dionysus sadly has to be in the bottom. I think I kind of rate him higher than Ares, to be honest. Unless I'm going for very situational. Like, Ares is the god I never want to see. Unless I am completely done with the build, I'm like, oh my god, I got an Ares. He could just ruin the build right now. Like, I don't ever really feel like that with Dionysus. So I think by that nature, I think I have to put Ares dead last in terms of personal preference, and the Dionysus slightly higher. And it's not that I dislike Dionysus. I just think the other duos are just so inherently more broken. And I do think Dionysus still is probably my top tier pick for certain builds, for sure. As I said before, if I want a safe, high-level clear with heat, I think I'll still take a Dionysus over all these riskier speedrun builds, for sure. But again, like, he's another god I could just kind of slot stuff into and go, yeah, I can make it work. I don't know if I want to count Hermes. I mean, Hermes... Hermes is okay. He's like a 4th god. He'll be in bottom 3 for sure. Most of the time, he will not unlock a build for you. Getting him is not usually make or break. His only make or break power is just getting more gold, which I mean is not bad. Or if you're going for certain builds, multi-dash. Other than that, I'm not looking for Hermes for damage or like any of his other passives. Now, if you're doing a cast-based build, I have to elevate him a little bit. So arguably, I put him above Dionysus for that reason. But like, if I'm going for a core build, I'm only going to take him because he's limited in number, not because he's top tier. Yeah, Zeus is really up there. I think it might be, like, for me, Artemis, Zeus, Poseidon, Athena, Aphrodite, and then I would do... I don't know, maybe I'm putting Athena too high, I'm not sure. I feel like the middle 3 are very questionable to me. I feel like Athena, Demeter, and Aphrodite for me are on the same tier. And I feel like Dionysus is still better than Ares. I feel like Dionysus and Hermes for me are on the same level. Like, if I don't have anything else, I'm not unhappy to see them for the most part. But I feel like if I'm looking for like a better call, more often than not, I want a Zeus. Or if I'm looking for a dash, I'd prefer a different dash. I think his dash is probably my 2nd favorite dash of the game, don't get me wrong. Chaos would be on the same tier as Hermes then. So if I had to separate it out, I guess it would be like Hermes and Chaos are on their own tier separate from Dionysus, and Ares is at the bottom. I generally don't want to see Ares unless I'm going specifically to play Ares, and I have to hard focus him to be useful. It's really hard to splash into him without getting something that's useless. Like, if I splash into him, I'm not splashing into him for doom damage. So he's like a 4th god pick. So it's very hard to justify it. Whereas I feel like if I get Athena, or excuse me, not if I get Athena, if I get Artemis, I can option select into Aphrodite, I can option select into Poseidon, I can option select into Zeus. And all those are very valid. I can win with any combination of those two, and it's completely fine. Athena is a bit more situational. So that's why maybe I have to put Athena slightly lower than Demeter. I guess if I have to think about it, because I'd rather have Demeter in all scenarios except for her cast and call. I would rather have Demeter over Athena. There's some scenarios where it's not true, like if I have Aphrodite, then, you know, maybe Athena has a bit more use, but I don't want a lot of Athena still. There's never a scenario where I'm like, yeah, I want 6 of this god because they're so good. Like, I would take 5 or 6 passives from Zeus to get his legendary, to get everything else. I would take 5 to 6 things of Poseidon because I love his slam damage, and I love his cast, and I love all the things you could do to it in terms of bonus damage. And I would take 5 to 6 things from, well, maybe not Aphrodite in particular, but I would take it potentially from Demeter. As I said before, I kind of like it on, like, her normal and special. So, like, if I'm doing that kind of focus, I could probably end up with her legendary for sure. The chat saying their best to worst is Artemis, Poseidon, Zeus, Ares, Aphrodite, Demeter, Dionysus, Athena. I think I mostly agree. I just feel like Ares is overrated. I'm never excited to see Ares. Yeah, I'm just never excited to see Ares. I'm just like, damn. It's really sad to say, but I just don't like how doom damage works with the rest of the game mechanics. And for things like Dionysus, it doesn't matter because I have his main mechanic on a dash. Which is like, if I can't get Poseidon, then, you know, I'll take a Dionysus dash every build. I'll go, okay, it's a free status ailment, easy damage, not bad AoE. Maybe swap Artemis and Poseidon. I mean, Poseidon is really, really good. I feel like both Zeus and Poseidon's call will save bad builds. If you're lacking damage, both of them are very good for different reasons. Poseidon is more likely to elevate a bottom tier build than Zeus will. Zeus is more likely to elevate a mid-tier build into god-tier broken level, for sure. And both of them combined are really good. And both of them with Artemis are really good. And both of them with Aphrodite are pretty good. So there's, like, really no downside. And another reason why I think I have to list Demeter above Athena is that I think Demeter's passives are actually really, really good, where I feel like a lot of Athena's are wasted at high-level play. Again, unless the game is really hard, then you can swap them. And the reason I say this is you have to think about it this way. She's got the passive, which increases the rarity of other boons. She's got the decay, which is one of the best things in the world. Revenge damage, instant chill, very useful. The AoE on cast, super good. So she has different ways of applying status ailments without taking up your 4 main slots. So I feel like it's a lot easier to work a Demeter into a build. So I'm actually going to put Demeter above. Also, Demeter is more health. Health per chamber and health rewards in general. So if you're playing with Boldy or you're going room to room, then you just have more health overall. So I think even in terms of defense, I still prefer Demeter. So yeah, I'm going to lower Athena on my list. So I'll put Demeter as the 5th slot, I think, as the gatekeeper. And Athena will be 6th. And honestly, in some scenarios, I kind of like Dionysus more than Athena. But again, it's really situational. Both of them, I think, and can end up with builds where they're not worth it. Now, where I will point out why I think Dionysus cast is better than the Ares cast or the Demeter cast is because they make up for that inbuilt missing 50% damage from your cast and just put it to the base damage. The cast damage of Dionysus is so high. I think it is the highest in the game. So while it's not the fastest, it can lead to like interesting techniques of casting it while a wave is coming in and instantly deleting them and also stunning them. As I said before, it just adds a lot more utility where Ares is kind of missing that. Skip through the vocals. But yeah, I think that's my opinions on the God tier list. Now, what would I say about mechanics of the game? Wall Slam, very vastly underrated. I wish I had tried that out much earlier. Although, to be fair, when you first start the game, it doesn't give you Poseidon, I noticed. So I didn't really get to play with this Poseidon right away, so I didn't get to fully appreciate how broken he was. which is fair. I think it's okay not to give you certain gods when you're starting off, because you have to kind of learn your way through. Very hard to say one god is 100% superior. Artemis. I was gonna say Artemis works in every build. There is no build you can name where Artemis is not the best choice as the second god or the primary, which is the problem. Artemis is just that good. Her duos are that good. Her passives are that good. It's like, just think about it this way. Even if you're doing a revenge build, or you're doing an on-hit build, or you're just doing a low damage weapon or a high damage weapon, everything she has just works. It's so unfair. It's just like, what do you even do, chat? It's just like, come on. Like, give it, because crit applies to everything. Crit is universal. Support fire, excellent for fast weapons. Not so much on the slow weapons, but for the slow weapons, you'll be going for the status marked, where you end up giving that 150 or 200% damage bonus, which is higher than what Ares does. Which I guess Ares is kind of similar in that way. He could give you that 100% after a kill thing to kind of get a steamroll going. But again, if I want to get a steamroll going, I feel like there's just better gods for it. Like, if I want to clear a room really quickly, Aphrodite Death Burst I think is pretty good. I think all of Zeus passives are ridiculous BS nonsense. Now, I don't think Zeus works in every single build as, like, in the primary 3 or so, but I feel like his call works in every build, as does his dash. With the few exceptions of, like, Ares, Athena, specifically for Merciful End. Or if you have Poseidon. So I think Zeus dash is probably my third favorite dash of the game. So I think it would be Poseidon dash, Dionysus, and then Zeus in that order. Both of them are very useful for getting around problems that weapons have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say before we give Hades the send-off for the night. I think we talked a lot about builds and how we felt about it over time. I will say, I think I overvalued the room reroll over the power reroll. I think that was just a misunderstanding of how many god powers there were. I thought there was a lot, like, I thought, for example, when you had a passive, or excuse me, when you had the powers, it could be anything, but I didn't realize it had, like, weighting on, like, the normal, the special, the cast, and the dash if you're missing it. I didn't realize it had that in there. And I also didn't realize a lot of the junk passives that I didn't care for were locked behind me already having a key power. So I think I misunderstood that for a while, and it took me a while to break that misconception, I think, internally, to realize that, oh, I can't get those passives I don't care about unless I do this. So if I don't do this, then I don't have to see them, and then they get eliminated from the pool kind of thing. It's just kind of a shame gem rooms suck. I think gem rooms were not really good, even at the beginning of the game. I really wish you could have done something more than 20 gold after you clear them. I feel like at minimum, it should have been like, if you end up at like a gold chamber in Elysium, I feel like it should have given you like 60 gold. It should have been like 20 gold per level. And if you somehow had it in Saturden, it should have been like 80. Do you know what I mean, chat? It's just, I feel like the gem rooms just sucked completely, I think, throughout the game. I'm just gonna call them out for it. They suck. The key rooms, always useful. They're worth more than the gem rooms, even from a gem currency standpoint. And the dice reroll, really powerful. I didn't like that you could reroll the key rooms into key rooms. So that's definitely disappointing that it doesn't remember the rooms you've already taken. Yeah, the gem rooms are just super underwhelming. There's no reason to do them. Once you've beaten the game, there's really literally no point. It's better just to do an easier run and get the gems that way than to bother with the gem rooms in a serious run. So yeah, definitely some problems scaling for sure. Like, the keys were good. I feel like the nectar giving a random upgrade made it relevant. I kind of wish the palm also ended up with something small. What the palm should have had is that the palm should have been the thing that should have given you 20 gold, and the gems should have given you something crazy in comparison. 100% chat. Everything should have given 2 rewards, except for hammer, god power, shop, duos, things of that nature. Gold didn't need more. Gold's enough by itself. It's fine. Yeah, like the gems you get from beating the bosses is just greater than the gem rooms. Like, you could clear 20 gem rooms and it probably might still be less than just beating a serious run. Yeah, it's just disappointing. Like, could you imagine, chat, for example, if the gem rooms gave +1 cast? How godlike that would have been? Chat, you would have been all over it. You would have been like, oh my god, a gem room. You would have been like, heck yeah, I'm going for it. Heck yeah, you'd go for it. You'd purposely try to get more gem rooms just to see if you could get to like your 11 cast build. And that would actually end up with more late game viability to get the room reroll versus getting the boon reroll. I think that actually would have been interesting. I'll be honest with you, chat. It's not something you should have been able to unlock early. Definitely you should have been able to beat the game for it at that point, but man, you'd been like, oh, +1 cast guaranteed. Or could you imagine if the gem room, like, guaranteed a chaos room? Even that might be too powerful, but even then, chat, something. It should have guaranteed something. Or if gem rooms always had a challenge room in them. Like, there's a lot of things it could have forced in there that wouldn't have necessarily been broken and still would have been more interesting for runs. Like, can you imagine you're like, oh, you know, I have a choice between gold and gem, but ooh, I could get a challenge and that could be healing, or it could be even more gold. And that would have been a lot better, chat. Anything I want to say before we conclude Hades? I guess we didn't really talk about the... we talked a lot about the mechanics of the game, so I guess we'll talk about things like aesthetics. I like the visuals of Hades. I like the music for the most part in Hades. The voice acting talent in this game is phenomenal. They definitely draw a lot of interest in them, so I want to give them a special shout out. I think Zagreus is fine for what he is. It's not that he's bad, it's just that compared to Hades and the narrator, my 2 favorite characters. 2 favorite characters, hands down, no competition, best characters. And I really like the character designs for a lot of the different gods. I think they're very creative, and I like that they're both diverse in terms of gender or culture or other things. And I just like the cast. I just like the cast visually. I don't think there's a character visually I really disliked. I like them all for different reasons. And I feel like they have very exaggerated styles to their outfits, yet it works with them. So very, very much a big plus. Obviously, chat loves Cerberus, chat loves Boldy. I mean, they made the rock character memorable, chat. I mean, that's the sign of a good game, when you have a character that literally speaks not at all, but is the chat's favorite character. I do like the way Chaos speaks compared to the other characters. So in terms of like the dialogue variation of like the party guy of Dionysus compared to like the more timid Artemis, or obviously Hades with his snark. I really like seeing all those different characters. And you got the very boisterous and bold Zeus. And I feel like their personality comes across both in the writing and also definitely the voice acting. So again, I want to give a big shout out to them. In terms of controls, like just literally the controls, I think the game is pretty tight. Chat's being shown Boldy. Game is really tight. I really enjoy it. It's one where it's not super hard to pick up from a control standpoint, but there's a lot of nuance to it, which I think makes it interesting. Like, I think, for example, we were showing off on stream all the different cancels you could do. Like, which one is technically faster for stuns? Like, we saw, like, the 2 attacks into special reset. Or how, like, when you're playing fist build, you could delay or extend or reset your fist combo using cast, depending on your hammer upgrades. I think there's a lot of really interesting hidden tech beneath the surface, or like the dash strikes. There's a lot of dash strike tech, in particular for the gun. The gun between the dash strike, normally firing something and also being able to reload while shooting the special. There's like just enough in there that I think makes it very interesting and very rewarding to spend time with. So I think from that standpoint, the controls are like an A+ for me. At least from a controller standpoint. I don't know how it plays on keyboard and mouse, but I have a lot of fun with it. The only gripe I have is that if you have like a Dionysus cast and you're fighting Hades, it hard focuses the urns over Hades, even if they're both in the same direction. I find that very annoying. I don't think that should be the case. I think that's literally the only gripe I can think of for sure. Hello, 2Dog. Hope you're doing in. Came in with the tri-raid, but you've been AFK. Well, 2Dog, we destroyed Hades. Destroyed Hades, 2Dog. We had a 13-minute run today. That was the last run we needed to get to the epilogue. So we're talking about the pros and cons of the game before we wrap up Hades. We still have a bit more of the stream. Yeah, I don't want to think about it with keyboard and mouse. I don't want to do that. So we'll briefly show to 2Dog the runs that we had, because it was honestly ridiculous, the improvement that we had in the past 5 runs or so. But other than that, chat, I can't think of anything else to say for Hades. So this is your last chance. We'll still stream it in the future, but we're gonna do it a bit slower paced for sure. But this is the end of the official playthrough. Everything else is just bonus. We're having fun. So it'll be more challenge runs, more chat requests. I really hope chat enjoyed the speedrun builds. It was something that was very spur of the moment, and it paid off phenomenally, I have to say. So I guess final thoughts and feelings towards it. It is really hard to recommend the game for people that I don't feel are of a certain skill level. I know there's a god mode, but I feel like that initial hump is really hard to sell new players on. And I feel like that is like one of the biggest drawbacks of the game outside of the NPC dialogue, for sure. Now, is it worth spending the time on? Definitely. If you could get past that first 3 to 5 hour bump, which is a big ask. You have to hear that statement and say, that's a big ask. That's like watching 2 movies you don't like before you get to watch the thing you do like. So if you're willing to put in that time, or maybe you pick up quicker on it, but I'm assuming 3 to 5 is a good assumption based off of my play experience and some other people's. I feel like the game is definitely worth your time. It is very fun to pick up, and I feel like if you want to challenge yourself, it gives you enough levers with the pact of punishments to make the runs more interesting. And I think the RNG of the gods is still kind of cruel, but I like the dice rerolls fixing some of that, and some of the keepsakes, in particular, really fixing big issues that the game had with the god RNG. Boldy will live on forever in our hearts. Well, he's going to live on forever as a command, chat. I will never remove the Boldy command. Boldy forever. So let's formally say goodbye to YouTube. I can't think of anything else to say. Nothing will top today's runs. Nothing will top nothing will top Tuesday's runs. We'll try. We'll do challenge runs for fun, but chat, let's be honest. Let's be honest, chat. Unless I get the most pure and perfect RNG on some of these builds, I don't know how we would save a lot of time. Could I cut some of those 17-minute ones down to 15 minutes? Maybe. Am I going to beat 13 minutes? Probably not. But hey, chat, it was a fun experience, so long, YouTube. We'll be seeing this game in a little bit for sure. This will probably not be the final video, but until then, we got some other things we have to talk about.